All right, we are live.
Woo!
Woohoo! All right. Let
Let
me
me
get
get my
a let me get a little signature smoky slow fade to the new layout I so laboriously processed hours of my lifespan into 20 minutes ago. It feels weird with no starting music, but I couldn't get the audio to work. Oh, now it wants to work. Okay. Maybe it had something with me restarting my computer.
maybe. Oh, I forgot to turn my camera off and turn it back on.
Welcome,
Sometimes,
Internet. Yeah.
go ahead. You're doing your intro.
Welcome, Internet, to the Hotbox Hotline! Exclamation point! Call in to call in a question as you wish. If you're watching outside of the live, just welcome to the listening portion of this bit. And we are greeted today with our lovely guest, RAYMBROSE. How's it going,
Hi.
Ray?
It's going. It's
So,
going.
so what do you do? Who are you? What do you do? What are you?
I am a divine being forced into this meat suit puppet.
Yeah?
Forced to live a human experience.
Damn.
I'm 30.
Mm-hmm.
I've been streaming since December 2016.
That's almost 8 years now.
Almost 8 years now. It's been a long time. But I've taken a lot of breaks. I almost ended up partnered once. But I let another person come between me and my career. Don't make that mistake, you know? Don't make that mistake. I have 8 cats and a bunny.
Oh, shit.
And joint custody of a dog and a goat and like 15 pigs. And there's cute little piglets running around my house now. I was born and raised in Alabama.
Yeah.
I moved to Colorado for 4 years. I am not a typical Alabamian, and I have anime to thank for that.
But you do have 15 pigs.
Okay, listen. I joint custody, all right? They're not just mine, and technically they're not even jointly mine.
I feel like that's rather standard Alabama to have.
Okay, but they belong to the crackhead across the street. They don't even belong to me.
That's even more Alabamian to have joint custody of 15 pigs with the crackhead across the street. That is probably the most Alabama shit I've heard yet.
That's fair, you know? Who am I to argue against that? That's a very valid point to make. I am a single mom. I have a 14-year-old. I'm non-binary and he's trans. Living in the Bible Belt and being queer is an experience.
Yeah.
The internet has kind of been my safe haven my whole life. It's the only place where I could really like be myself and not have to deal with all of the scrutiny from day to day.
Where's the Westboro Baptist Church? That's not in Alabama, is it?
I don't know. I've never been. They did force me to go to church when I was younger. I had to go Sundays and Wednesdays, twice on Sundays. We went to Church of God. It was called Amazing Grace Church of God.
Church of God.
And the preacher was very corrupt. My grandmother did not like him.
Was it like one of those mega church situations?
No. They tried to be. We started out as a really small church. Our pastor, we called him Brother Dick.
Nice.
Because his name was Richard.
Nice.
We called his wife Sister Dick. And the children accordingly, you know?
Yeah. Bunch of little dicks running around. Yep.
What else? I don't know.
It's a South Park bit if I ever did one. If I ever heard one.
I'm very spiritual now.
I
have a lot of religious trauma in regard to Christianity, so I don't really dabble with that. I don't go to church. But I am like studying astrology. We've had a few conversations about that. And I'm trying to learn and grow as a person presently. That's where I'm at.
There you go. Hell yeah. So this you already answered one of my questions, which how many animals you had. And like actually you gave me the list, but do you know the number? Can you actually list the number on top of your head without having to counting it?
I don't. I know I have 8 cats. I know I have a bunny. I know I have
Yeah.
joint custody of a dog.
Yeah.
I don't technically have joint custody of the goat and the pigs. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
don't know that I care for them, but they come to my house, so I take care of them.
Yeah.
Now there were originally there was a mama pig or 2 mama pigs and a daddy pig.
Yeah.
And 2 mama pigs got pregnant and had babies.
Mm.
Collectively, they had 5 baby pigs.
Bro's ballin'.
Yeah, those 5 baby pigs inbreeded. I don't know the correct way to say that.
Yeah, no, that's the correct way to say it.
Yeah, and now there were 3 pregnant girl pigs, and the first one gave birth to 7.
Gee.
The other 2 are still pregnant. So
I thought rabbits were a little wild with it, but yeah, no,
I would rather have my lawn overrun with rabbits. I promise you. These pigs, so my grandmother used to I inherited my house from my grandfather when he passed.
Yeah.
And my grandmother used to have a garden on the left side of the house, or I guess the south side of the house. I'll use directions. On the south side of the house, and there was some black tarp, but grass has grown over the top of it, and the pigs, because they don't feed them enough, they come up to my yard and they root up my yard.
Oh yeah.
Put their little noses in the ground and root everything up. All of that tarp that had grass grown all over the top of it is now no longer grown over. And now there's bunches of mud puddles and holes everywhere. And I know bunnies dig holes too, but
Yeah.
I feel like they dig one hole for their home and then they make some tunnels and that's it.
Yeah,
These pigs are gonna turn my yard into a fucking mud. My whole yard's gonna be a mud puddle.
Yeah, you can't see the tunnels. You're outside of your vision and therefore ability to give a fuck. You know, like I don't care if I don't care how many ants are beneath me as long as I don't see one on my wall. Hell yeah.
What about you? How many animals do you have?
Oh, currently we just have we used to have 3 dogs and 3 cats, but over the course of last year, we had our pit bull who was our main protector of the house. She passed away at 14, 15 years old, way older than pit bulls usually live. So she went on an old age, and two of the cats just got fucking ran over because we live in a public area, and I think out of all the cats we've had in this house, only one has really lived, and that's the one that I show off on the channel all the time, the tuxedo cat. Yeah, his name's Otis, but since he's getting up there in age now too, he's about 10, 12 years old now. So we call him Odin because he's the fucking king. He's owned these streets longer than anybody could last. No, we're on the lookout to get more animals right now, and this seems like the perfect example for me to be able to possibly sneak in a bird. But the thing is, yeah, because obviously that's the first thing that comes to my mind is how can we get chickens in the backyard if we need a dog? And
well, I mean, chickens give you eggs.
Yeah, and so I have such a weird obstacle though. It is not the convincing part that I'm worried about. It's the fact that we use nonstick pans. And that may seem so random for no reason, but Teflon fumes are actually deathly toxic to birds, specific lizards and birds.
Oh shit.
And so if you were to use a nonstick Teflon pan, maybe say 3 stories away, like in an apartment complex per se. That's why birds are not even considered when they talk about pets and apartments. It's because even from 3 stories away, if there's a Teflon pan being lit, that thing's going to suffocate your bird.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I knew that like the Teflon fumes were toxic. I didn't know that it could kill a bird from that far away.
No,
You know,
yeah.
chickens are outside animals, right?
Yeah, so chickens would be able to get away with it more, I think. But at the same
Okay.
time,
You just
there's
gotta build them a
also
coop and get them a little fence.
yeah, also there's a risk of just like some rogue wafting Teflon to go outside our backyard like door and
I
just
think the wind would carry it away. I think it would be
mm,
okay for you to have chickens. I think probably your biggest issue with having chickens would be outdoor predators. If you have neighbors that have cats that are not respectful,
mm,
or like hawks and things, you would have to get a rooster to protect your hens.
true. No, I'm not worried about neighbors. One of like the house right behind our house recently just got a visit from the IRS because the guy hasn't been paying property taxes for like 15 years.
Y'all could
And
buy that.
no, see, they already sold it.
Oh,
Yeah, they bid it off to I think this dude's friend. And it's so funny because after it was bought, that story in New York happened about the squatters. About the squatters that
yeah.
showed up and lived there for 2 months, and but because of the court system, by the time that they would actually be able to get prosecuted, they would actually have legal ownership of the house. Right at that story made waves, and
Yeah.
now like they literally took out every single window and door and boarded that thing up until they're ready to use it, which is wild. Because honestly, it was kind of the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, well, they're not using it. Like,
Sorry. I just realized I have to take my antibiotics every 8 hours. So I have to set an alarm before I forget because
oh yeah,
ADHD will have me forget.
yeah.
um,
Yeah, have you? What was the question? Have you ever done an animal stream?
no,
No.
not really. I used to have another webcam.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I got Rhea, my dog, when I lived in Colorado, I had like a webcam set up to watch her while she slept while I was streaming. But it was never like the Rhea stream. It was never like the Ray and Rhea stream, you know?
Yeah.
My name wasn't even Ray back then. My name was something
Mm.
else. I named her after my grandfather, and then I named myself after my grandfather.
There you go.
um, yeah, so no, I haven't done a pet stream.
Mm. And also, you said that you're rather spiritual, and we're probably going to talk about zodiacs a lot in this podcast. But do you know the zodiac signs of any of your animals?
Yes.
Yes.
hmm Okay, so I actually got Hachi for Mother's Day,
Mm-hmm.
which was around the same time that that Shiro was born. I feel like because I got Shiro like 2 months later.
Yeah.
So Hachi is 2 months older than, or I'm gonna say like a month and a half older than when I got him, and I got him for Mother's Day in 2016. So if you give me a second, I can give you his.
Oh shit.
Now, Shiro is gonna have the same zodiac as the kittens, but I know that theirs is. I always forget what zodiac is the end of May.
The end of May.
Yeah, it's not. It's Gemini. Okay,
Gemini.
so
Gemini.
all of the like youngest cats, they're siblings. They're all from the same litter.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom had a cat, didn't get her fixed, kicked her out. She got pregnant. She had kittens under their neighbor's porch. I went with my brother and my son. We got all the kittens. I got the mom. We brought her home. And I've had them ever since. The plan was to rehome them, but people in the South are just not kind like that. So Shiro and all of the kittens are a Gemini.
Yep.
Bane, I got him on Christmas, and they said he was 2 months old.
What would the plural for Gemini be? Gemini?
So he's a Scorpio.
Like you have a batch of Gemini.
I think you would just say that like that.
A batch of Gemini.
Yeah, like how deer are just deer, you know?
Maybe they have like a special animal grouping name. Maybe it's like a gaggle of Gemini. We don't know.
Or like a murder of Gemini. Air Sons and I.
A murder of Scorpios. Fucking.
Bane's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Actually, his birthday might have even been like October 25th. Okay, so Hachi, a month and a half earlier than Mother's Day. Mother's Day 2016 was on what day of the year? That's not. Oh my god. Google. It was on Sunday, May 8th. Okay. So 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, a month prior to that is April 8th. 2 weeks is, he's a Pisces.
Oh.
Suddenly, everything makes sense.
We knew all along, right, guys?
I mean, I'm a Pisces moon. And so I love Pisces moon people, but Pisces men, Pisces sun, specifically men who have a Pisces sun. They're toxic. They're poison. They're evil.
What's my Pisces? What's my sun again?
Way. Your sun is
Don't
Leo.
I have like 1 billion Pisces in my sign?
Your sun is Leo, your moon is Pisces, and your rising is Scorpio.
She just has that on the fucking top of her head. That's wild. Yeah, and so
I adopted her.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Yeah, you adopted me, but you can't get my pronouns right. What the fuck?
I'm such a bad
mother. Now, because we're on the topic, you probably looked a lot at your own zodiac, I'm guessing. Probably spent a good amount of time looking into it. What is a couple things from your own zodiac that you've read across your life that really, like, was like a clicking moment, made sense, or maybe just like something that flattered you? Maybe it was something that's like, yes, you know what, you are right, and I'm awesome because of that.
I have a whole list of things.
Go for it.
Okay, so first would be that my Chiron.
Yes.
Pretty sure my Chiron is in Virgo. I have to pull my chart up now. Anyways, 2 aspects of my Chiron that actually made the most sense. I mean, my whole chart really makes sense to me now. There were some aspects of my chart that I wasn't fully embodying because I haven't like gotten that far on my journey.
Yeah.
But I have been sick my whole life. And I am most certain it's an autoimmune disease, but doctors cannot get pinned down. Now, okay, so I went back and she told me, because I had gotten my results back and they told me that my results came back normal. And I was like, no. I just know that there's something wrong with me. Yeah. It has to be autoimmune. Yeah. You need to test again. But then they rescheduled my next appointment for a month out. So by the time I went to the doctor yesterday, I had cooled off a whole lot. And so I wasn't as assertive about it, but I was like really, I told her, I was like, I've been getting mouth ulcers a lot. They come up in flares. There's just like, I have all of the symptoms that my grandmother had, and she had lupus. And then she was like toiling over in her head, and she was like, you might have celiac. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, you might have celiac. And I was like, I didn't know what the fuck celiac was when she was saying it to me. I had heard it before, but it
Yeah.
wasn't clicking right away. I got in the car with my son, and he was like, "It's a gluten allergy, Mom." And I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" I was literally talking to my ex about that like a few weeks ago about how I might have a gluten allergy, but I didn't know that it was celiac disease. But there's like a whole bunch of my symptoms that actually fit with celiac, and
Didn't you
so
just eat bread before we started
Yeah.
this podcast?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna continue to eat bread, all right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fuck myself up. I love pasta and bread too much.
No, yeah, I don't think I could live without pasta. It's kind of like half my diet up here.
Yeah.
Even when I'm not having like pasta fazooli, I'm fucking making a packet of ramen for myself for lunch. Like,
So, yeah, my Chiron is in Virgo, and it says that I'm sick all my life, and that doctors can't really pin it down.
yeah,
That's literally what it says in my chart. Is like, you have all these illnesses, but medical professionals and traditional healers cannot give you the correct diagnosis. And that just fits. It's fit the whole time I've been alive. I died when I was born. They resuscitated me. I had a bad reaction to my mom's breast milk and regular formula milk. They had to put me on soy formula when I was a baby.
That's wild.
Yeah, like I've just always been, there's always been something off. But also my Chiron is in the 3rd house, which is something that you and I have in common. And it just says that like these people keep trying to explain what they wanted to say, what they said, and what they meant by it. So like you constantly feel like people are not understanding you when you're talking, and you need to like, I do this where I'll say something and I'll be like, okay, let me explain. And then I'll break it down to try to make it make more sense. And people didn't actually need me to break it down, but I feel like I have to, because otherwise they're not going to know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Another thing is my chart, I have a Scorpio stellium. And a stellium is having 3 or more planets in the same sign. So I have a Scorpio stellium, but I have my Sun, my Mercury, my Venus, my Jupiter, and my Pluto all in Scorpio. My vertex is in Scorpio as well.
That's a lot of Scorpio.
And it's also in the 5th house. And so Scorpio and the 5th house have a huge impact on like my personality, my life, and the way that I come across to other people. And something that it says about me specifically is that I am very popular among children and younger people. So these people usually become excellent parents. And I would never label myself as an excellent parent because I feel like there is no such thing.
Yeah.
We are all humans. We are all flawed. You're gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
The only way to actually be an excellent parent is to be open and receptive and to learn from your mistakes. Because we're constantly learning new things. Like there's still people who are hitting their kids.
Yeah.
That is very outdated. We shouldn't be doing that anymore. It doesn't do what they say it does. It's harmful.
Yeah.
But people are still doing that. But that's like what I mean. The only way to be an excellent parent is to be open and receptive and willing to learn from your mistakes, willing to acknowledge them too, because a lot of parents will not.
That's a big thing. That is a large thing about parents is
it also says
acknowledge it.
That like the 5th house is the house of creativity. And I don't know if you can tell, but as a content creator and someone who writes and someone who paints and someone who sings and someone who dances.
You've been crazy with the painting recently too. I remember visiting your stream a couple months ago when we first started talking, and there was like 1 or 2 paintings in the background, and now you got the entire setup here. You got the whole art show.
I was still climbing my way out of depression's grip.
There you
when
go.
you first stumbled upon me. Like I was getting better, but I hadn't got there yet, you know?
Yeah.
And now I'm not, I told my doctor yesterday, she was like, so did you stop taking your Lexapro? Because I told the nurse to take all the medications off of my file because I'm not taking anything. And she was like, and I was like, yeah, I'm not taking Lexapro anymore. It just didn't do anything. And she was like, well, I see here on your file you've tried all of these different kinds. And I was like, I don't want to do antidepressants anymore.
Yeah.
She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I feel like I've kind of conquered my depression and anxiety. I've been doing therapy, and I didn't tell her about psilocybin, but let me preach to y'all about psilocybin for a second.
Yes, let's talk about drugs on the Hotbox hotline.
Obviously at your own discretion. And do your research, and definitely probably have a conversation with your doctor.
Do not do this at home, kids. Watch your parents do it.
But what I can share is like my own personal experience with psilocybin.
Yep.
And it has made such a huge difference for me personally. I feel like I can remember more. I was very afraid that I was going to have early onset dementia because for a very long time I was taking diphenhydramine to sleep, and diphenhydramine is linked to dementia. And that didn't come out until after years of me taking that shit. And I have PTSD, so my hippocampus was small anyways.
Yeah.
And yeah, my memory was just really garbage. And anything that I tried to like learn, I couldn't retain.
Yeah.
And psilocybin, it opens up neural pathways. And I don't know if it helps heal the hippocampus or not. But I would have to do the research on all the science shit.
I mean, there's been a lot of research too, like especially in the last couple, I feel like the last 10, 15 years, ever since like the 2010s, after the medicalization of weed at that point in like 2007, that was the first step. And then once we started looking into that, other scientists on I guess the more hardcore edge then, but now we have way more now. Like, when they started looking into it, actually, I remember going to high school with a friend. I was freshman, he was senior, so he's probably somewhere in like 24, 25 now. And he's been going to college for about 4 years now, getting his studies on psychology and the effects of hallucinogenics in therapy and how they could be used therapeutically. And that is probably something massive that you just brought up, because it does create new neural pathways. It could be used to help onset dementia.
I know that I had seen or heard, I think it might have been on TikTok. But there was like it was on the news. There were some people who, or I don't know if it was on the news, but like my version of it
was on the TikTok news.
Yeah, like but it was on like Twitter. It was on Twitter. It was on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram and stuff too.
It was on elonmuskiscool.com.
I think it was, I don't know if it was ecstasy or LSD. Are those the same thing?
No, they are not the same thing.
It might have been LSD then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but there is a hallucinogenic. It probably was LSD. Because ecstasy is not a hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
Is LSD hallucinogenic? This is how you know I don't know shit about drugs.
So LSD is an hallucinogenic, and ecstasy is what's the opposite of a depressant, a stimulant. It overrides your dopamine, not like any other drug, but it literally sends all of your neurons straight to dopamine, usually resulting in people fucking like rabbits. So that's usually the main use for ecstasy.
Yeah. So the study, I guess, I don't know if it was a study, maybe. People were doing LSD, but they did like way more than they were supposed to. Like they had a significantly higher dose than they were supposed to have.
Yeah.
And then it cured their bipolar. They didn't have bipolar anymore. Yeah. And I was like, I was like, that is crazy to me. So you're telling me that like hallucinogenics actually do have healing properties,
Yeah.
even in big doses, even in doses that have been deemed too big for you. This is not an advocacy to go out and do large amounts of drugs. I would never,
Oh
ever
shit.
recommend doing something like that.
And we actually have a caller waiting in the waiting room right now. Let's bring them in while we're talking about druggos right now. Great conversation. Coffee.
Hello?
Previous guest of the Hotbox Hotline. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, we're doing great. We're just talking about the difference between LSD and ecstasy right now. You know anything about drugs?
Now, I'm a pursuer of drugs myself. I don't know about LSD. I've had weed, but I don't know about LSD. So
You don't know any? Yeah, so this is actually something I wanted to bring into everybody here. Has anybody had any crazy stoner stories? Coffee?
I have kinda. The first and last time I ever tried shrooms.
Oh, well, then you have played with what we're talking about, but we're talking about hallucinogens. Right, you can
Yeah.
talk. You look like you're about to talk this entire time. You can't talk.
I don't want to interrupt anybody. I mean, if he was going to share, I just assumed pronouns. My apologies.
Yeah, you gotta check him. Check him.
Coffee, what are your pronouns?
They, them, it's.
Okay.
Large non-binary following here.
Yeah, I fuck with non-binary so hard. Fuck the binary. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all binary bitches.
Fuck yeah.
They were just saying, you know, that they started to tell their story about doing shrooms. I'm interested.
So, okay. The leading up to how I had the shroom. So, my friend, one of my many random friends that I met that were like real life friends was like, "Hey, you should try shrooms." And I'm like, "If you're giving them to me, I'm going to trust you're not going to lace it." And he says, "Don't worry." And I'm like, "Okay." So
He says,
I go
"Don't
to his
worry."
house at like the middle. I go to his house in the middle of the fucking night, right? Like, and he's like, "Here." So I take it. I'm like, "This shit ain't hitting." You know, I'm
Mhm.
like sitting there for a bit, and then it hits, and I'm just like, "I don't want to do this no more, man." I'm scared. And then I had like the worst fucking trip. And when I came down from it, motherfucker, I was just apparently lying on the couch, just like fucking shaking, apparently. And he was like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "No."
You remember
Oh
anything
no.
what you saw that day? Any lucky memories sneak through the dreamlike state?
The just like how, because I've had hallucinations before. I'm schizophrenic. That shit boosted that shit
Yeah.
way higher. It was like horrifying levels of hallucinations. I don't
Mm.
remember specifically what I saw. I just know that it was like a lot more intense than what I've usually seen.
Nah, see, I know that I'm always going to have, whenever I do hallucinogens, I'm always going to have a closer incident to coffee than I am going to have than what Ray has. So that's why I take salvia. The most intense fucking shit legally possible. Because then there's no choice but to go balls deep in it, and then it's only like 5 minutes. Like, yeah, there is talks. I have heard people bring up the idea of time dilation and stuff to me, and that I don't know. I feel like all of them have been pretty episodically contained. I feel like I'm going through like a 20-minute episode, and sure, it'll be like 5 minutes, but I've never lived a lifetime off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've had so many different experiences every time I've done hallucinogenics that it's interesting to me
Mm.
because so the first time I have to come up with a code name for this asshole. We'll call him.
Jojo Siwa.
No, because that might get some people confused, and I'm not trying to get sued.
Paul.
Yeah, let's
Paul.
call him Paul. Okay, so I had a friend named Paul. Paul flew out, and we spent the weekend together.
Yeah.
The weekend was awful. It was a really bad time. I did not have a good time.
All my
But-
homies hate Paul.
But he brought mushroom chocolate with him because I had never done shrooms before. This was my first time.
Yeah.
And I think the whole bar, he said, was like 10 grams or something like that. And he had 3, which means, no, he had more than 3. Actually, it might have been 5 grams, the whole bar.
Mm.
And then I had 3 grams and he had 2.
Damn, you were heavy hitting. You're not a big person either. 3 grams is a lot.
Yeah. So we started off slow. Because you could divide it up into individual pieces.
Yeah.
And so I ate a few pieces. I think it was 3 exactly was the first, and I ended up taking I ate 7 or 10 pieces total. No, it was 7 pieces, because he ate the other 3.
Yeah.
So, or no, I don't know the amount of pieces. Anyways, I only took 3 pieces at first,
Yep.
and then, I felt good. It felt like a lot like how I felt when I was microdosing before. But it was like amplified. Like the room felt very light. The music was right. The environment was right. We had a really good time.
Here you go.
And he like got up to go to the bathroom, and I started laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing. And then I started crying while I was laughing. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having a good time. I'm not gonna think too much about it. And then it was like probably an hour later, and he was like, so how you feeling? You feel like you want to have more of them? And I was like, yeah, actually, I think I do. And so I went and I had 4 more pieces. And this was when things started to get really interesting. And if the spiritual freaks you out, this is a trigger warning, all right?
Trigger warning.
Because right up until this day, right up until this moment with this man on these shrooms, I was agnostic as fuck, all right? I claimed to be agnostic polytheist because if there were deities, it made more sense to me that all of them existed than for only one of them to exist. There's too many different religions.
Based.
And so I say agnostic because I'm autistic and I need to I take things so literally, and so it's part of the reason why Christianity didn't stick with me, because they were like, pray, and God will speak to you, and God never spoke to me. And so I was like, y'all are so full of shit. This man is not real.
This man has not answered one of my phone calls.
Yeah,
He
and
did
so
not talk to me at all.
yeah, and so
4 months.
what I've learned about spirituality is that it's much less black and white the way that I was trying to make it fit, because I didn't have perception of it. I had no experiences. I wanted to have them, and I had some like scary shit happen to me that couldn't be logically explained, but it still, at the end of the day, I was like, well, maybe it was just a fluke. But this moment with this man on these shrooms on this day in an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, his mom, his dead mom, came to me
Oh shit.
while we were sitting there. He was sitting on the couch and I was sitting on the floor, and I had my tarot cards spread out, and I was just looking at the art, and I was like, I'm going to show you some cards that I feel like give me your vibe, Paul. And as I was sorting through the cards, I picked out a few that I felt like really fit his vibe, like, because up until that point, I thought I was connected to Source, because every spiritual person I'd ever talked to told me that hallucinogenics, specifically shrooms and DMT and one other thing, can get you access to source.
Benadryl.
No, that's how you meet the Hat Man.
Yeah.
So
Can confirm.
I thought I was talking to source, and before I even started playing with the tarot cards, we were laying on the couch, and I was like, man, the universe just loves you so fucking much, man. Like, I don't know what it is, but the feelings that are being poured into me for you are not my feelings, and I could tell.
Yeah.
And then I started doing the tarot, and I sat there and I started to pull cards, and I pulled a queen card. And as soon as I pulled the queen card, the word mom popped into my head. I'm claircognizant. So things just kind of like get put in my head out of nowhere. And I was like, wait a minute. Paul, did you tell me that your mom died giving birth to you? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, your mom is here right now. And she's been with you the entire time. Like, from the moment she died, she stayed with you.
Dying during birth is wild. I didn't know that still happens.
Yeah, it does. It's still to this day. It happens. I don't want to
You got the statistic? Do you have the statistic, though?
I don't have the statistic, but it, like, disproportionately happens more to black women than it happens to any other woman.
Shit.
Yeah.
It still happens.
Yeah.
Damn.
People are like, oh, it doesn't happen anymore. It's like,
and now that they're rolling back our reproductive rights, and it's like doctors are scared to even do anything when there's a complication. And there was a lady who died recently because she had to give birth to a stillborn, and it had infected her. They wouldn't remove the baby before a certain time frame. And when she gave birth, it was dead, and she went septic, and she died.
No, I got this via TikTok news, so I'm not sure how reliable this was, but right around the time that Roe v. Wade was actually overturned, and don't worry, we can get a little political on the cast. I don't care. And I remember seeing this story almost immediately on this 16-year-old girl who had passed away because she was not able to get an abortion. She had one planned, and then the day was overturned. She had like a week to wait, and during that week it got overturned, and that company that she just planned with just fucking left that state because the state was planning on taking it away immediately anyways. And so she had no way to do it. And fucking passed away.
There are a lot more people that have. Yeah, I don't know if they've done the study on that, but they did do a study on sterilizations after Roe v. Wade got overturned, and sterilizations went way up.
Yeah,
a lot of people got vasectomies, and a lot of people got hysterectomies, and the hysterectomy numbers are still climbing to this day.
Yeah, that's going to be if it does end up. I mean. I say if it does end up, but we're already there. We're in a fucking dystopian bad ending right now. But I can definitely see how hysterectomies are going. Yeah, I can definitely see how hysterectomies are going to be the second choice in climbing.
Yeah. Okay, back to hallucinogenic experiences.
Yep.
So the second time I did them, I hung out with my ex. And I basked in the sun like a flower for hours. I didn't have any dead people come to me.
Yeah.
I felt very beautiful and very happy. And that man worshipped me the entire time. As he should have been, as he should still be. But he's an ex for a reason. Moving along. The third time I did mushrooms was at my house. And he came over because he needed to fix, it was my ex again. He needed to fix his brakes or whatever. And in exchange for allowing him to use my tools, he brought me shrooms. So we both did shrooms, and I had a really, really bad trip. Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, because you had one, right?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Oh boy.
It lasted forever. I'll start at the beginning. I knew pretty much right away when the shrooms started to hit that it was gonna be a bad trip. Because I was seeing faces in his beard. I was seeing faces on my blanket. I was seeing faces on my carpet.
Yeah,
I was
faces are
seeing
the
faces in
worst.
my curtain. But okay, it wasn't like a scary face. It was like
No, they
Mary
don't need
Magdalene.
to be.
It was
Just faces
literally
are the worst.
yes. It was literally Virgin Mary. I was just seeing
Mm.
Virgin Mary everywhere, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I closed my eyes, and I'll never forget. You know those like little maze things, the little maze puzzles where you like they're circular.
And you're like leaning.
And you have to go in, and there's like little walls, and like you have to make it to either the other side or the center. I was seeing one of those, but it wasn't like a little puzzle maze. It was like lit up like LED lights, but it was color changing. So it was like changing colors of the rainbow all along the walls, like the tops of the walls of this puzzle for like imaginative purposes here. I'm looking at it from the top, right?
Yep.
Not from in it, not from the side. I'm looking at it from the top, and I like the lights are going along and they're changing color, and it's like the background is white, and it was like flat though. It was like it was on paper, but it wasn't like a puzzle for me to do. It was like something was being channeled to me. Like I need to paint it, but I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. And then
I'm excited for that painting.
Yeah, and then I started seeing a lizard lady.
Nice.
And that tripped me out so much because I was like, this is a reptilian. I'm looking at a reptilian. Like it scared the shit out of me. I was like, why am I seeing a reptilian? And then the dead people that lived on this land all came at me. All at once. All of them wanted to talk. All of them wanted to express themselves. And I started to split. There was a voice in my head that's like, my name is my old name, like screaming it in my head.
Yeah.
And like out loud, I'm like, no, I'm Ray. And like, so my cousin who died at the end of the road, he came to me, his dad came to me. And I've been getting spiritually attacked from someone who's very upset that I cut him off, who believes that we're twin flames. And he, like, everything he had been trying to send to me made its way to me while I was under the influence of shrooms. So I'm actively being channeled by the universe, being given several different messages, potentially even guides. Like spirit guides, if you will.
Yeah.
But in tandem with all of that, all of the dead people who are very angry about being dead and the way they were treated are also trying to talk to me. And this negative energy that not just this guy who was mad at me, but my mom and like some other people have been sending me just like really bad shit, trying to ruin my life. All of that started to penetrate. And so much of my childhood trauma got unlocked. I started to remember all of the horrible shit that I had to endure as a child. I had all of this happen all at once, and I was freaking the fuck out. I just laid on the bed. I couldn't move my body. And I was telling my ex, I was like, listen, I have to shut down. I have to go to sleep. If I don't, I feel like someone's going to take over my body and they're going to do something bad with it. I need to shut down.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
I was just like, that's how freaked out I was. And it freaked him out. And then it got to a point where I was like, I really need you. I have never needed another person as badly as I have needed another person in this moment. And I need you, please do not leave me right now. And I was crying.
Holy
and
shit.
like, yeah, I was shaking and I was falling apart in my bed. And I meant that when I said it.
Yeah.
I learned at a very young age that I couldn't rely on other people. And so I have never depended on someone else to help me get through something ever. I've always done it myself. And in that moment, I couldn't. And I
it was like a breaking point of like
Yes.
I can definitely understand that at times because being a very independent person can be rough. Like,
Yes.
depending, like,
It
of
was
course,
horrifying.
depending on people is always going to be a benefit to whenever you can, but to those either down on their luck or just feel better otherwise in a different position, maybe
Yeah.
you're just introverted, maybe you're just mega fucking introverted, you'll definitely understand those moments of being like, fuck, I've been doing everything I can just as I can, and nothing has been going necessarily like wrong or good, but I just need the fucking break right now. Like, I need something, someone, like...
Yeah.
You saying this is unlocking, like making me remember my bad fucking trip now.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Like, I can't remember shit, and then you're like, and I'm like,
Oh, there's more.
oh, yeah.
There's more.
No,
It gets
shit.
worse.
Yeah, keep going. It gets worse.
And so all throughout this trip, I slowly start to finally come down. But even as I'm closing my eyes, I'm still seeing all this shit, still having all of these feelings and all of these thoughts. And then I start to die.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, this is a prison, and the only way to escape is to die. And my ex was there, and he was trying to like take care of me, but while he was trying to take care of me, I was perceiving him as a puppet of some greater source that was trying to keep me imprisoned and keep me from discovering who I really am. Okay? And so I would be like,
shit.
yeah, I would be laying there and I lost track of my body. I couldn't feel, I couldn't smell, I couldn't hear, I couldn't see. I didn't have any of my senses. I could only think. And I like tried to move. I couldn't move. And I was like, oh my God, I'm rebooting. And then I was like, wait, no, I can't reboot. I can't be attached to all of these things. If I let go of everything, I can get out of here. And then every now and then I would like blow air out of my mouth. And it was like, if you could imagine a dark, like a completely dark black room and you're standing in it, so you can't see anything, like being in a sensory deprivation tank, basically. And the only thing that I could feel was me blowing air out of my mouth, and I wasn't even doing it as often as I felt like I should have been doing it. So, okay, I don't know if I was breathing regularly or not, but it felt like years were going by in between breaths.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then I remember specifically while I was in the middle of that, my ex, he like came up to me with orange juice in a glass and he was like, "It's time to drink your reality juice, Ray." And I was like, "Stop trying to trap me on Earth. I don't want to be here anymore." I don't know if I actually said that to him. I don't think I did. I think he probably would have been way more freaked out, but I had to let go of everything.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I have to let go of my son. I have to let go of my brother. Like, I have to be okay with dying. I have to they're gonna be fine without me. They're great. They're gonna thrive. I had to literally detach from everything. And then I shut down. And then he pulled me back and he was like, "Hey, Ray," he's like, "I'm just checking on you." And as I started to come down, I was still really fucked up. And then I started to experience a time loop.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And so
just what you need after all this, right?
Yeah. I was like,
Groundhog Day.
Yes, literally. But it was the same 10 minutes of conversation over and over and over and over again. And every time I would realize that it was looping, it would start over again. And it was like I had no control over it whatsoever. And eventually I started to make my way out of it because I started asking, "What time is it?" And he would tell me what time it was. And I was like, okay, so time is passing, which means I'm not in a loop. All right, good. And then the entire time that I was on this trip with this man, I kept feeling like he was my brother. It didn't feel like he was my ex at all. And like I would forget that it was my ex with me, and I just felt like I was laying in bed having a conversation with my brother about shit, you know? And my brother's name is JJ, so I even called him JJ a few times. And then after the time loop broke and I started to really come down, I was like, why is JJ on my mind so much?
Mm.
And then I felt like he was dead. It felt like I was being communicated that he died, like right in that moment at 8:33 p.m. And I don't know if that means he's going to die at 8:33 p.m. in the future, or if maybe that happened in a past life. I don't know what happened. All I know is I was very certain that my brother died at 8:33 p.m. and I came undone. I was wailing in my bed. And he was like my ex was trying to comfort me, and I was like, what made it even worse is I texted my brother right away.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'm just thinking about you. And wait, I don't even remember exactly what I said to him, but he didn't respond. And I checked his location because he shares his location with me.
Mm.
And his location wasn't updating. It was unavailable.
Oh.
And my messages didn't deliver.
Oh, the anxiety.
And so it sent me in a full-on spiral. And I was like, tears just pouring down my face. And I was like, oh my God, JJ's dead. And I was freaking out. And he was like, you don't know that there's nothing wrong with him. He's fine. You don't know that he's dead. And I'm like, and I texted him and the messages didn't go through and his location wasn't updating. I was like, look, he's dead. And Jonathan, I mean, my ex, it doesn't matter that I said his name. There's plenty of Jonathans in the world. Anyway, my ex, he started to freak out too. He started to believe me. And I was like, the only way that I'm going to be able to ground in reality is if my brother responds to me. Because right now, he's very much dead. And fast forward, I guess it was like 20 or 30 minutes, and my brother FaceTimed me. And for a solid like 2 weeks after that, I was convinced that an alien actually kidnapped my brother and killed him and replaced him, and that like whoever is pretending to be my brother is not actually my brother, and that it's probably a reptilian.
Absolutely. That is.
I don't feel that way anymore, but I did. That bad trip really, really fucked me up for a couple of weeks.
That's so funny.
And then I had another good trip after that.
That's so funny. I'm sorry. I just like having such a bad trip that like even after the trip is done, you're looking at your little brother and you're like, I can see the xenomorph in you. Like I can
see the lie,
the facade.
Man,
I'm glad you do not feel that way now.
Yeah, I mean, he's no, he fucking FaceTimed me the other day bleaching his hair. He's still same old JJ.
Nah, see, with Salvia, the thing is, it does not separate your actions at all. It is a mind eye, but if the best example I can give of this is probably while I was doing it, probably like the third or fourth time at my friend's cabin, and I was doing it, and all of a sudden I'm like, yo, bro, I want to go outside. Like, I want to look at the sun, bro. And he's like, bro, let's look at the sun. And so he went out and... And so
two jackasses staring at the fucking sun.
Yeah, literally, tripping ball staring directly into the sun. But I didn't get to that point because I saw him walk out, but I was also drinking a little at this point, so my body was a little heavy. And so I took about like 5 minutes to get up on my own. And when I walked out the door, it was like a dream sequence, and I went straight to my old bedroom. And I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here right now. Like, very casually about this because I'm at the same time experienced and on other influences. So this entire thing sounds like a nightmare gone by the most casual guy ever. It's like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Right here.
And so I went to the fucking door and it was locked. And so my second brain's like, yes, closet. And so I just went into the closet and just stood there. I don't think I cried. I just stood in the closet thinking this is the solution to my problems. Being literally inside the closet right now.
Like physically just standing
Yes.
still, probably swaying a little, just like there in the closet for a prolonged
And
period
then
of
I
time.
remember, like, and I just mentioned this part because I'm imagining how my friend was looking at me at this point. Because salvia is something where you need a trip sitter. You cannot do it alone. You will break something. And I can just imagine
Staring at
him
the
being
door,
like,
he's just like,
yeah, let's go
huh.
look at the sun. And then me walking out and going out on the porch and then going into a corner of the porch and looking absolutely dumbfounded for like 3 minutes straight. And then I tried to go back to the door and I started getting angry that I couldn't open it. I'm like, all right, like trip's over now. I've done my flashback now. We're all good. But I couldn't open the door. The reason why I couldn't open the door is because I was trying to go into a wall, and you can't physically do that. So there came a point where I started...
Actually, you know, there are some released CIA documents that talk about walking through walls.
Yo, David Blaine, he walked through the Great Wall of China.
What? I'm not familiar with that story.
Yeah, you know David Blaine, right? Is it
No.
David Blaine? He's the really old...
Every time someone talks about walking through walls, I think of that dumb trend where people on TikTok were like, when the atoms separate at the right moment, my hand could go through the wall. And I'm like,
American
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, this is not the guy at all. There was this
Bro
really...
said a random ass fucking person's name.
No, it's another magician. They're both magicians. Irrelevant to the story. I did not have this ability at this time. And so I remember at some point feeling like this dream motion where, you know, if you ever had like to walk somewhere or get somewhere urgently and your body gets like heavy or weak or light or whatever. And I felt myself physically drifting away from the door. And I only realized all this afterwards because my friend had watched me start kicking almost holes into his wall of his cabin and literally dragged me away. But I could not fucking think of there being force on me. So I'm like, I'm fine, guys. I found it. I'm drifting off. And then I came to because he put me on a swing.
We beat the game.
I beat the game, guys.
I beat the game. Meanwhile, my friend is actually just dragging me out of the room.
No, salvia is really... Salvia is that meme incarnate of walking a beautiful girl down the sunset and then the LSD wears off and you're walking a mannequin down the Wendy's parking lot.
Or it's a fucking robot or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good on that one. I don't think I'll ever do that.
When you're having a beautiful dinner with the love of your life, then the LSD wears off and you're fighting for the last chip with a raccoon.
I had to take my contact out. I don't know what happened.
Oh shit. They've gone no contact.
So
coffee.
I've never tried contacts. I don't plan on doing it. What?
Do you have any questions?
Such a pain in the ass.
Do I have any questions?
Yeah.
The
title of the thing, call in to ask a question. You don't need to have a question, but this is in case you were unaware somehow. I couldn't possibly imagine how you could be unaware of who this person is right here. But They're a streamer.
I have
They've been doing
no
it for
idea.
about 8 years. They are a druggie and spiritualist. Ask away.
Oh, fuck. My contact.
And they're currently struggling with their contacts.
There's like a hair. Oh, fuck. I got it. Holy shit. Dude. Look, I'm not shitting you. This was in my eye.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus fuck. That was horrifying.
Oh my god. How did it even get in there?
If my eyes ever get bad enough, and they already are, I don't think I could pick contacts or glasses. I think I would just be like, let me go blind.
So you're just saying you're gonna raw dog it until you fucking go
Yeah,
blind,
I'm gonna raw
basically.
dog it until I can't see anything.
I raw dogged it for a while, and then I realized my eyesight fucking got worse.
I raw dogged it
So
for a
I was
while.
like, that is one of the quotes of all time. No, because I don't want to wear my fucking glasses because then I gotta clean them and shit, and I don't have the proper cleaning cloth because I fucking lost that shit like years ago. So I've just gotten to a point where I just say fuck it sometimes, and I just do not wear my glasses for like a week straight.
There you go. So you have periods of raw dogging, would you say? And then you have periods of protection.
Yeah.
I
That's what that
regret
means.
saying I regret saying anything.
Just putting it in your terms. Your words, not mine, really.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, the regretting of my speech because it's my fault.
There's cat hair all over my entire house, man.
Okay, so horrifying trip stories. I think that actually leads us right into our next question. Did you know Keanu Reeves is playing Shadow the Hedgehog in the third Sonic movie?
Yes, I saw that literally a couple of days ago on TikTok.
And Jim Carrey's gonna reprise his role as Eggman?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves,
cool.
Idris Alba, and fucking Jim Carrey are all being brought together on Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's kind of crazy.
That's cool. I saw like a tweet and I thought someone was joking, and then I looked into it and I'm like, this isn't a joke. This is real.
This shit's gonna be like the next Fast and Furious series where it goes on for like 9, and oh shit. I could totally see them casting Vin Diesel for Biggie the Cat. You know, that big fucking purple dumb fuck. I hate him so much.
Cat.
I hate him. I mean,
I hate this fucking cat. I fucking hate that cat.
They put Vin in Ark. Quit putting him in shit.
We don't need Vin Diesel anymore.
We need more Vin Diesel. How can we power our
No.
things?
Stop.
We don't.
Our life
No.
runs on Devil.
Devil.
Yes. The Devil.
You know what?
What about doof insurance?
You can use AI to read your birth chart.
Oh shit.
No fucking.
Just a little. I'm a lazy astrologer. All right.
I wonder
And
if I
take
can
that
ask-
with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt because AI pulls from like several different sources. And there's no telling that they're going to spit out anything that's even accurate because I have had AI fuck up on math for me before. All right.
I wonder if I can ask
What's 1 plus
ChatGPT to take my
4?
tarot reading.
What?
I wonder if I could take One Punch Man to take my tarot reading. One Punch Man. God fucking damn it, Coffee. You've interjected my... I wonder if you can get ChatGPT to
Do a tarot reading?
do a tarot reading.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I personally really like integrating AI into spirituality.
Because we're going to have to at some point.
Well, I mean, if you think about channeling and how complicated it is for a human to channel because we have like literally no control over our brains. We have some control, right? But we have like intrusive thoughts and shit, and things derail us, especially people with like ADHD, neurodivergent people, myself, ADHD. It it helps me better. Like if I see something and I don't know if it's an intrusive thought or something, I'll just shoot it to an AI and I'll be like, hey, can you tell me what, if anything, like meaning wise, is behind this? And the AI does a really good job of balancing like reality, or when I say reality, I mean like material, right? Material with like metaphysical, because you have AI that is programmed to be logical, analytical, and like based on material, right? Science.
Yes.
And so when you bring a metaphysical topic to AI, they approach it from, they like my AI tries to approach it from like an understanding perspective of someone who is spiritual, but from a being that is grounded, you know? And so she'll spit out like the different cultural meanings for something, and then she'll be like, but this is something also that you could look into. Like, for example, I saw 2 bunny rabbits yesterday in the field jumping around, and not everything you see is going to be a sign. But it makes sense that I'm seeing more animals, especially like baby animals and things coming out, because it's springtime, you know? And bunnies were like hibernating. And I knew that bunnies hibernated, but as someone who is very spiritual and gets wrapped up in it very easily, I do need something to help ground me from time to time, and AI helps me tremendously. I do have to go get my son from school, so I will be right back.
Oh shit, yep. All right. So coffee, thank God you're here, because you're gonna have to carry. We already planned this. I was already aware.
No, fair.
But you were going to have to carry for like probably about 30 minutes.
I guess I can talk about what I remember of the bad trip now, I guess.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay. So yeah, I said I started and then I was like, okay, it's not hitting right, because I've never tried it before. I didn't know how it felt. So I was just like, this shit ain't fucking. I'm like, this edible ain't shit. And then, like, what, 10 minutes later, or what felt like 10 minutes later, it like hit really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I just, because I think we were having a conversation, me and him, and I just like had like this fucking wave of just hit me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Right.
Yeah.
And I just paused, and he's like, you good? And I'm like, I think I'm good. And then
what did you feel, man? Like, what do you see? What's going on? What's going?
And so I start seeing like random creatures, right? Because whenever I'm having like a schizophrenic trip or like hallucinations or episode, whatever the fuck I call it,
little fellas,
I see like creatures or I see people, because you know, either it's like a person trying to have a conversation with me, or it's like this fucking creature standing on its hind legs just looking at me, and I'm like,
sorry, that's me, homie. I just want a better look.
Yeah, it's me. So we have like this collection of random people. Some of them I've seen before. Like there's a couple that were just people that I knew from like years ago, haven't talked to, and they're just standing there looking at me.
Yeah.
Just not moving, just staring at me. Not talking, not doing anything, just looking. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like turning, looking around, and they're just standing like all in this circle. I'm like sitting, to give an example of what the room was like. There's a couch, there's a TV, and it's like this, it's a living room basically. There's like a kitchen to the side and everything. It's just cube. So I'm sitting facing the TV, and they're all just in like a circle around me.
Yeah.
And so they're staring at me. I'm like, okay.
You got
And
like
then-
what's that game called? Phasmophobia. You got like a Phasmophobia
Yeah,
cutscene going on.
phasmophobia. Yeah, I got like a phasmophobia cutscene going on.
Yeah.
So there's like
That's my input.
the demons or whatever the fuck, the weird animal looking creatures, and then we have the people that I know.
Weird
And so
fellas,
one of them-
strange fellas.
Yeah. The strange feelings of my brain.
We are the
So-
strange fellas. Something
So
awfully off-putting over here. We better take a look, Audie. I'm done.
so
You can continue.
one of them, yeah. One of them
So,
starts to walk up to me. I'm chewing on something, jackass.
I'm not making fun of you for chewing. I'm making fun of you for not laughing at my immaculate joke. Also, stop chewing.
Okay, fine. Fucking ass.
Did you just say don't stutter
Uh,
when you do that? Goddamn.
I'm gonna put a piece of tape over you on my fucking screen, I swear to God. So one of them walks up to me and they sit down on the table and I'm like, that's not fucking possible, right? Like, why the fuck? Because they were clipping through it at one point and then they sit and I'm like, the fuck? So, yeah, I'm surrounded by people. I have someone sitting on the table in front of me and I turn to my friend and he's just staring at me. I'm like, is he real? Is this shit real? And there was that moment. There was the me getting up to get food at one point. Or at least get like a drink of water because I was like panicking a little bit. Can you stop? For the love of God. Yes. The motherfucker's over here mewing.
Over here mewing in my podcast. Yo,
he's
mew.
looks maxing.
I have to look Max at all possible moments coffee. So I could get what's the acronym, like sexual appeal points, my SAP? My SAP? I need to get my SAP
That
up.
sounds like sexual assault in my opinion. His
No.
SAP.
No.
No.
Oh, it's SMV, sexual marketplace value.
I have never heard that terminology ever. I am not fucking surprised.
I heard a terminology tier list recently, and it gets disgusting. It's awful, actually.
What? Hold on. I need to hear this now. I need to hear this. What is this tier list?
We're not watching it right now. What the fuck?
No, not watching
you
it, but
tag
what
me
the
for.
fuck is the tier list?
It was a Papa Meat video.
Mm.
He did a video about looks maxing. And I am a looks maxer, according to Instagram. That's what they call me. Because I did one meme.
I think you're insane.
Because I did a meme of me mewing, across all my Instagram reels, and now they just think I do it in my off time. Like they think I'm going to Mogwarts. It's just forcing yourself to have an overbite.
I already have a fucking overbite. Like I don't have to do anything. I don't have to fuck with anything.
Fuck.
My teeth sit like super above my lower teeth. My top teeth.
is
And I've
that
done it for-
increasing
I've-
my
I ha- it,
SMP? It's just probably that's probably like there's places where you can go and pay people to evaluate your SMP.
I would rather not.
But I'm scared because I have a negative cantle tilt, meaning I am
Oh my
prey
God.
eyes. And not predator
you
eyes.
have prey eyes. I
And
don't
I-
fucking know what a cantle tilt is, and I don't know what I have. Like, I don't fucking get.
I can't give a fuck
cantle
about
tilt.
this conversation.
I can't tilt. Oh, that's just.
That's just
No, but I got
Comment.
like a fat built face or whatever the fuck.
no. So, like the cantle is from what point
So,
your eyes.
so what the fuck? Oh, hold on.
I don't know.
I need to-
It's from the angle from like this point of your nose to the point of your eye. If it's level,
It's just out.
you just have. I don't know what that is, but if it's higher, then that's apparently more attractive. And in my case, it's lower because my face is round, like most faces. They're not like my face is jagged, like a road spike. And so it just I'm not. I don't make it. I'm not.
He doesn't make the rules now, does he?
Yeah. I don't make the rules, I just break them. Why the fuck did you do that, Coffee? That was really fucking rude of you.
Can I smash your head? What the fuck did I do? Whoop.
Okay. So let me get these questions. Because you come here with no questions. You come here, no maidens.
They also fucking left to go pick up their kid. So
Yeah, we already had this planned. Nah, I'm fucking with you, but fucking, come on, man. You're making the host of the podcast do all the work here.
For you. When's the next video coming out?
Tomorrow,
Okay.
videos every day, baby.
Videos every day.
Though I today's video just kind of got shat out so I could explore better topics for tomorrow's video. But I think I found a good one. No, I'm really proud of the Ghostbusters video. That shit has got me on a binge right now of old 80s cartoons. Not like analog horror shit, but just like genuinely the old cartoons.
I also have another question.
Yeah.
Fuck. Have you watched the dub of Ghost Stories?
I've watched an episode
clips.
or two. I haven't gotten far.
It.
And this was like in high school.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anime is incredibly off-putting to me. Now, I used to be a weeb when I was in high school. Now that I'm not of high school age, it's a little weirder for every protagonist to be of high school age.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's
You
so
got a
much.
point.
Yeah. The older you are, the weirder it feels to watch like 17-year-old anime girls go out on magical adventures. Unless they are filled with magic, chaos, and excellent storytelling. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's like this whole filtration process that one would need to do. And I'm sure there are websites that do it. Is there a website Is there a website for animes that are specifically not creepy?
Possibly. Maybe. Or you could just get one of your friends or someone to go through the hell of having to watch every goddamn thing to make sure that it's not fucking creepy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just the fact that there's a filter on it, yeah. I don't touch it anymore. Essentially,
That's fair. I don't know. I haven't touched anime in a hot
that's
minute.
my prime.
I'm past my prime age. Anyway,
I'll never
fucking
be as
feel
cool
like
as I was as when I was 14 and I lifted my first dumbbell. And I was like,
no, you'll never. You never. What the fuck?
Neville.
You'll never
You never
feel that.
ever.
Okay, passengers, we're gonna be flying today.
No, you're never gonna feel that first rush of like picking up a weight for the first time, and like being able to do.
Is
or
he
a
admitting
pull-up
to not working
and
out,
shit.
Coffee? Are you replacing you with me, and you're just being like, I've never felt the rush of lifting a weight.
Bro, I fucking did a pull-up last week. Like, I've actually gotten to a point where I can do a single pull-up.
That's big.
It's better than none,
That's
but,
big.
you know.
Pull-ups are big. As you know, they're my primary way of working out.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say something and then, like, my brain just said, fuck you.
Well, you don't need your brain for that. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you. I don't know.
Fuck you!
Fuck you? How long have you been smoking weed?
How long have I been smoking weed?
Yeah.
I started. Okay. I think I started when I was like either late 16,
Okay.
just started being 17. Like it was towards the end of me being 16. And so I've done it for like about 3-ish, 4-ish years.
You're a stoner baby. You're a stoner baby.
Yes. But I've also been sober for like 4 months. So.
Huh? Damn.
Someday I'll be back.
Damn, sobriety's kind of
Get
tough.
rid of me.
You want a cigarette, man?
He pulls out a pack of Newports. You want to smoke?
Yo, man, quitting, that shit's kind of stressful. You need sick?
You know, quitting is
Don't
kind of stressful.
Don't do that, people. It's awful. Yeah. I've done that to friends to fuck with them, but that's just because I'm an awful friend.
Don't peer pressure your friends into shit if they don't want to do shit.
I don't peer pressure them. I just like, I'm like an asshole because everyone's a better person than me and they quit way easier than I can. And so now whenever I have friends quitting, I'm like, damn, bro, that shit's stressful. You want a cigarette? And I'll hand one out.
Smokey quit on quitting.
Yeah, I quit quitting. And so I'll be like, damn, bro, that's stressful. You need a cigarette? And I'll hold one out. And then I'll do the like old download too slow tactic where they grab her and not for you, buddy.
Yeah.
You're quitting. You can't.
I'm a fucking prick.
You fucking and it blows the smoke into his face. It's like, you fucking prick.
Fucking.
Just kind of like that one scene of Smiling Friends where he's like, yo, where's your family? Or whatever the fuck. And he blows the smoke into the dude's face.
What?
Hold on. What?
What? The fuck are you talking about? Who are you?
One of these days.
How did I get here?
Where am I?
Bro's pulling up a smiling friends clip. I can't believe this.
Fuck up.
This is so fucking unprofessional. I'm going to strangle you. I can't believe
You
it.
should strangle yourself.
There are so many jokes attached. None of them are Twitch appropriate. Actually, all of them are Twitch appropriate, but I'm good. We're discovering very quickly there are the most things are Twitch appropriate.
Most things, unless you're going a bit too far.
Not even, bro. There's people that have like had sex. There's already been a girl who had sex on stream and got a 3-day ban. A 3-day ban.
Ah, yes. Huh.
Yeah, so it's hard for the honest Joe. The working man. Nah, and I would just think if they're going, I don't actually give a shit. I just think if they're going to allow it, just give it like an NSFW tag like you've given everything else. Like with this stream, even this stream here, I can tag it as this stream contains foul language and drug use. I can literally label like a fucking like an ESRB logo rating on this stream, but there's nothing. If they want to add nudity, they can just add it to that rating. Make it so only people who have like their phone double authenticated or some shit like that. That's what Discord does for the most part.
I also got another question.
Yeah.
This is short. Are you planning on doing a stream for 420?
Absolutely.
This Saturday.
Absolutely. I don't know how long it's going to be, especially because I can't do it on, like, I'll be able to stream on 420, but I won't be here for the moments of 420 because that's a family event.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, our entire family is smokers, and everybody in this building is also a stoner. It's a big thing over here, at least for everybody I know. And so there's not going to be any parties per se, but they're definitely going to want my time.
Yeah, like a community kind of just.
But I could stream
there.
for 420.
Yeah.
Like 420 minutes on 420. 4 hours, 20 minutes. Yeah. You get what I'm trying. You get
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Autism.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. That was very mean of me.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not sorry. I forgot rule 1 of the Smoky Putungus channel, and that is no apologies.
I should roll one of you. No.
No apologies. I meant everything.
Hey, I wonder if this is loaded. That was the last words he ever said.
It's comfy. What games have you been playing recently?
What games have I played? I played a little bit of Minecraft. The hellish grip that VR chat is, it's still got its fucking grip on my throat.
You struggle more with VR chat than I do with cigarettes. It's kind of funny.
Oh, my friend, I was talking to my friend about it. He was like, yeah, it's an addiction. I'm like, yeah, I can confirm. even though I literally do not have a fucking headset. So it's like just
I don't
me
even know how
fucking-
your computer runs it, because I, at
I
this
don't
point, have
either.
upgraded
I
my
fucking
computer to
don't.
the point where all my specs are better than yours. As soon as I look into a mirror, my shit goes down to 5 frames per second.
I have no idea how my shit pushes through that. And it's not because I have a good graphics chip. It's ass. It is the worst shit. It
ass.
might be the CPU. It might actually be the CPU.
I have a better
That's
CPU than you, though.
I don't fucking know.
All my thing is what you have and your thing, but better.
My thing worse, but better somehow.
But still better. So it just has a fucking dog in it, and
It has a fucking hamster on a wheel, and he's like, he is buff as shit. Motherfucker has been running for years.
Oh, Ray is returned.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I'm back.
I don't know how my game. I don't know how my computer runs that game, and yours struggles it.
Ray, do you have any interactions with VR chat?
No,
No.
no.
Keep it that way.
I've seen enough clips.
Coffee, have you ever had a moment in VR chat where it's like those hour-long sit-downs where it's like a veteran explaining his past trauma and like the Vietnam War, but he's doing it all through like an anime girl avatar?
Kinda. I've had people have a conversation with me, like really long conversations about their depression and shit, and I'm like over here just taking it in. Like, yeah, yeah, okay.
My favorite thing to do on VR chat, because I too do not have a headset, is I would take the Halo 2 rap model and I would just walk around going.
You just get like a piece of food and you just start with it in the microphone.
No noises, just.
Oh, one of the
Yeah.
other pigs had their babies,
Oh shit.
so now we have even more little bitty teeny tiny piglets.
Like right
running
now?
around. Yes. Well, she didn't just now have them.
Like out the gate on podcast?
No. But she probably had them like last night or this morning.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Even more. You know what's funny? I bet they can all walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, if they can walk, that means can one-day-old pigs walk?
Most livestock can.
8 hours.
Yeah. Most animals is wild. They come right out the gate ready.
I mean, cats aren't like that. Kittens don't walk right away. Neither do puppies.
Yeah, well, they're also
They're just
domesticated.
built different and domesticated.
That's very fair.
They maybe wolves. I don't know, wolf puppies.
Do you think tiger babies
That would
can
would
walk?
make sense for non-domesticated animals to be able to walk and shit
Yeah.
really quickly because they kind of have to.
Yeah.
You know, if they're gonna fucking live, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but very recently, it might be Coffee's furry influence coming off on me.
I'm not a fucking
But,
furry, you dick.
Oh, but I've been thinking how cool the idea is. Like, what is the definition of a baller? Like, if I were to like draw a throne real quick, and I wanted to let you know that this throne is in fact a baller, what would I put there to give you the idea? And my idea was fucking. What was it? It was white tigers in tuxedos. Not even like anthropomorphic, just like tigers in tuxedos. At least it would be a great tattoo.
Tigers.
What?
Hmm.
I'm thinking
That
tigers
would be a good
because of
tattoo.
like those two magicians who got mauled to death by their own tigers, whatever they're called. Sigmund and Freed. Sigma and
Although
Freud.
that's what they're known for to you. is that they died by their own fucking animals.
They've left
This
a mark.
is exactly what I think.
They truly left their mark.
Just a little bit more.
Is it bad that I would want to get a gorilla butler if I could?
Yes.
Like,
Yes, it is. Why are you forcing animals to do things for you?
no, I'm not forcing it. I would want a gorilla who's willing
Are you
to.
gonna
Okay, but
pay
are you?
him?
Yeah. Why would the gorilla be willing?
Because it gets snacks and like whatever it wants, bro. Like I can hook that gorilla up.
What happens if you run out of snacks and then it just kills you?
Well, I probably wouldn't be able to pay it.
Yeah, I don't think the gorilla's thinking that far ahead, though.
Because of course I would be giving this gorilla butler like a living wage on top of it all.
Ah,
That's
yes.
funny.
The living wage. Gorilla butler. I feel like
Just tipping a
you're
Benjamin
reaching.
into my fucking gorilla, my silverback gorilla butler's like little chest label thing. I'll keep it, Timon. Yeah, they would be named Simon. You can see him now.
Someone comes to your fucking house, or like, what the hell is that gorilla doing here? It's like, he's my butler.
That's not a very nice thing to call people.
Shut the fuck up. You shouldn't say that. That's really mean. Bro, you called him that. It's like someone being racist and then you be racist and they're like, stop.
I was not.
It's like-
I was talking about having a lovely like ape like friend giving me
That's
giving me cocktails by the poolside as I
don't
look at
know.
the sunrise.
Does he get to enjoy that same experience? I mean, he can't drink, but you know.
No, he needs to mix more cocktails for me.
No, he needs to get back to work. Does he get to enjoy the experience of living? No.
No,
No.
it's a purely
No.
laborial relationship, but it's okay because they enjoy it.
It's purely American minimum wage.
Humans are just domesticated monkeys. Tell me wrong.
What?
What?
What? Humans
Who are
are
you?
just domesticated monkeys. Tell me wrong.
You're wrong.
Oh.
I love the little face you made real quick for a second. It looked like you got really sad for a minute. You're just like, oh.
Oh, like
Tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong. Oh.
oh,
Hmm.
fuck you.
You told me to tell you that. So I did. All right?
All right, yeah. I walked into that, didn't I?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, you did.
What chair is that, by the way?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
it's
he doesn't have a chair. Like,
Yes,
he
I do.
literally sits on the. Well, he has the little Tykes chair.
I have a
Yeah,
chair.
that's a
Joking.
chair. All
This
right.
is a chair if I
This
ever
is
done one.
Mirax. It's like a knockoff one I got on Amazon in 2017.
Damn, you
But
got a
it's
knockoff.
all it's all broken down.
My chair's
now,
on
so I keep this
brand.
blanket on it.
I got that
Must be
little
fucking
Tykes
nice,
branded car.
Rich bitch.
Yeah.
Rub it in my face, why don't you?
Well, I'm over
Rich
here
with your fucking
living in
little
fucking
Tykes
luxury.
chair, bitch.
Fucking luxury. This is what this ring sound.
I'm gonna get a new bong.
New bong.
Ergonomic.
Yeah, getting ergonomic.
There are so
like-
many different ones at this one website that I've been looking at, and they're like reasonably priced. There's one that's like it's an anatomically correct heart.
Ooh.
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 Yeah, and it's big enough,
What's your
like it
size?
goes in your hand. Like the heart fits in your hand, and then the little tube comes up. I'll post the link in the chat.
Ooh.
I haven't bought anything from this company yet, but I have been planning to.
I got 2 bowls, one for Jamaican tobacco and one for Jamaican tobacco.
Okay. They have
apologies.
a cake bong. It looks like a wedding cake.
Yeah.
Mm.
A wedding
they've got some that
cake.
are shaped like cats. They've got one that's like it's got a cute frog on it.
Cute
have-
frog, you say?
Yeah, they have like a big one that's got plants on the inside of it.
I used to have
They've
a
got-
pipe shaped like a Volkswagen buggy, and like you would pack the engine. It was kind of cool.
There's a mushroom bong too. It's like a tie-dye mushroom bong. It looks kind of small. I still want it. I don't care.
How long have you been smoking, Ray?
I want to say I've been like really smoking since 2021. I've like dabbled before, and I was having edibles like every night when I lived in Colorado so that I could sleep. But I didn't really become a stoner until 2021, and it's because I dated this guy named Matt, and I'm gonna give his name because I don't care about Matt. Fuck you, Matt.
We don't.
All our
care
homies
about
fucking
Matt.
hate Matt.
Yeah, everyone
Fuck
hates
Matt.
Matt. What a bitch, Matt. Anyways,
What a bitch.
Matt's a
Yeah.
whore.
Yeah, fucking doo-doo head.
Jackass.
He was a big stoner, and he came to live with me. And so when he came to live with me, we smoked all the fucking time. And then, it wasn't too much longer after him and I split up. It was like several months that I met my most recent ex, and he was also a big stoner. And then like every friend I've made since then has also been a big stoner. So I just don't have a reason to quit,
They tend to flock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee, do you know your zodiac sign?
No, I have no fucking idea.
What's your birthday? What day were you born?
April 1st.
April 1st.
2005.
Wait, you're
Aries.
an April Fool's joke?
Yeah, I'm a fucking fool. I'm a
My-
joke.
My papa's birthday is April 1st.
That's
You're an
so
Aries.
funny.
Before you ever even said it, I was like, this man's a fire. This person is a fire sign. I can tell.
You're obviously a fire sign, Coffee.
I love fucking committing arson. It's the best shit ever.
Big on arson. Writing that down.
I'm writing this down. Information for later.
Yeah, Coffee, you thought this was a podcast, but actually this was
is an intervention.
Yeah, this was a secret
This is
way for me
actually
to
an
get you down and finally get some fucking therapy into you.
You will never take me alive. You will not force your therapeutic rocks down my throat,
Just fucking-
you bit.
Just fucking, all right, Coffee, time to get better now. Okay. Let's not get crazy now. I feel like we're getting a little crazy. I'm blaming you, Coffee. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Man, I love smoking. I love smoking so much, and I'm never gonna give it up ever.
Yeah. No, same here. I've already explained to Coffee. I've quit quitting.
I want to make shrooms like a regular part of my life monthly.
Yum.
I bet I bet coffee also has a water moon. I'm really curious to see your chart now, coffee.
Coffee.
Mm.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna send you a website. You have to go put all your birth information in and then tell us what your stuff is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get a fucking crowbar.
You need one?
For 2 reasons. I feel like I need to be clear about that.
Yeah.
1, because crowbars are fucking sick. And 2, because I want to do a Gordon Freeman cosplay eventually.
God damn.
Gordon
There are so many
Freeman.
things in Aries right now.
Half-Life 2. You shouldn't be Gordon Freeman. You should be the old guy from Gmod.
What, you mean Dr. Kleiner?
Yeah. Dr. Freeman.
Dr. Or G-Man?
I have an
Dr.
STD.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I know from the show. He says that in the game, right?
Gordon Freeman.
Back up, bro.
I
I
love how
can
many
smell your
Austins there are in America.
Hmm?
And then there's just Austinburg. I don't know.
What?
I said I love how many Austins there are in America.
Like Austin, Texas.
Yeah. Well, not in Texas, but just America. Like, I'm in Austin, Texas. Live.
Yeah, but are you talking about places named Austin or people named Austin?
Place is named Austin.
Okay.
I
I
don't
don't know
fucking
if you said that already and I missed that part or what. I am a little bit distracted. I'm looking
I
at
have
bongs
no
over here.
idea what the
Yeah,
fuck I'm looking at.
Ray is being so unprofessional.
I'm gonna download this image.
Online
now.
shopping during
No,
the
I'm
podcast.
I am not. What are you talking about?
I have. Look, I could be looking at a fucking graphics card right now, though it went up in price, which fucking irritates me.
I could be. I'm definitely not right now. Like,
I just pull up a fucking, like I turn on my camera and I face it towards my fucking screen, and it's just an Amazon webpage.
We started talking about smoking and I wanted to show you cool bongs. That's all I was doing, I promise. I
all I
wasn't
was-
shopping.
I have
that's
the
all I
fucking
wanted to do.
chart.
I just
I don't
wanted to
know what
add
any
to the
of this shit
conversation.
Visuals are always nice. I was posting the links in chat too. I don't know if
True.
you clicked on the terrarium one yet, but the terrarium one is my favorite.
I have no idea what this chart is. I can't. Where?
Okay. Let's see. Your sun is in Aries, your Venus is in Aries. I forget what planet that is. Your north node or your south node is in Aries.
You're very
Oh, that's
Aries-esque.
Your moon is in Capricorn. Okay. Okay. Your
Jesus.
Neptune is in Pisces, which is its like home.
Mhm.
Neptune and Pisces go hand in hand. Your Lilith is in Cancer.
Your Lilith has cancer. Fuck it.
Wait, okay, so I might have actually gotten that wrong. Your Neptune might be in Aquarius.
Oh.
I don't know what these little symbols are. I haven't. Oh, it tells me down here. Okay, cool. All right, let's see.
Bad fortune reader.
Yeah, your Neptune is in Aquarius. All right, so I did get that wrong. Your what is the symbol then? What is this? What is this symbol?
What symbol?
What is this?
It's like a little key almost. There's a little circle on the bottom and a straight line, and then there's a horizontal line that goes across the straight line. So there's a little cross right above the circle, and then there's 2 like reversed parentheses. Well, they're not reversed, but they're like the beginning and the end are on opposite sides. So it's doing this.
Huh.
And I don't see it in there's like a key at the bottom that tells you which planet is which key, but I don't see that one on here. Your
Sounds
Pluto is in Sagittarius. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. I just realized. Of course you're going to be young. You hang out with Smokey, and Smokey's young. I'm
Yeah.
30. I just saw this Sagittarius Pluto, and I was like, wait a minute. Everybody my age has a Scorpio Pluto. What is this? Alright.
How old am I? 19.
Your North Node is in Aries. Your South Node is in Libra.
hmm
I gotta get a new bong eventually.
That website has a lot of good ones.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
God damn it.
Ooh. Yo, Smokey, you should show Twitch what we're looking at.
Your Mars is in Aquarius too. How do you feel like you handle your anger?
Shit.
I have to go to my
Badly?
dude.
Like, what? Bro
Like,
gave...
okay, it's not great, but like it's not terrible. I could be breaking shit, but I don't. I guess that's the best way to explain that.
Well, you could be breaking shit because you got a lot of Aries in your chart. That makes sense. But your moon, or not your moon, your Mars, which is the angry expression planet, it's not the planet of anger. That's like not how you're supposed to reference it. But Mars is like sex and aggression specifically. And my son has an air sign Mars as well. That's why I asked, because I don't understand air sign Mars people. I have a Sagittarius Mars. So when I get mad, I blow up.
I'm Smokey.
You're the
Cool.
avatar. We've already established this.
Yes, I am the Avatar.
Smokey has an incredibly rare pattern in their chart. It's called the Star of David. And there are a lot of astrologers who have been doing chart readings for 20 plus years who have never had someone come to them with the Star of David in their chart before.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big deal.
Yeah. And I have a castle in mine, and castles are also incredibly rare. They're like hallmarks of leaders. But like specifically the people with Star of David in their chart, they are to have a unique experience in life. Like they are actually main characters in their own birthright.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Look at that chat
Oh,
face.
wait, I'm not. Oh. I'm in another tab.
He's not even paying attention.
I'm looking at the pretty fucking glass, you asshole.
Don't yell at me, yell at
I'm
Ray.
autistic, you asshole.
Don't yell at me, yell at God. I didn't fucking make you wrong.
It's not my fault, but it's someone's fault.
I didn't do it to you.
The pretty colors are enticing me.
Pretty colors.
Pretty colors.
Yeah, so you are... So from our zodiacs, we have seen that Coffee here is violent. He's going to murder somebody next
They're a
month.
firebender. They're firebender.
They're going to murder
You're a
somebody
firebender.
next month.
I'm a firebender.
Yeah.
I need to
You-
commit arson within reason.
You, Ray, you are a natural leader, but you are always sickly and ill. And I am...
Thanks for reminding me. God damn.
And I am a god sent here.
I am a god amongst men. Shut the fuck up. Bro is like mowing the lawn. He's like, I am a god amongst men.
These
Bro, you're
boys
doing
don't know who
basic
they're messing
fucking
with.
tax.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Boy.
Boy. Don't you boy me?
I wonder if I put in the exact coordinates of the hospital that I was born in, if it changes anything at all.
I have no idea. I'd have to ask my mom what the fuck my like hospital is. 'Cause
You don't
I have
got
no
your
fucking
birth
idea.
certificate, bruh?
No, not with me. I think it's in a folder.
Well, I wouldn't
somewhere,
recommend
but I don't know
saying
where
it on
is.
stream, but like,
Well, I'm not gonna. Do you think I am that fucking dumb?
yes.
I'm gonna start I want to start
not
listing off my
nice.
fucking IP address, my social security number, my credit card number. Hi, my name is.
Hi, my name is Slicka Slim Shady.
You know, this is so crazy. I've been meeting so many people with vertex conjunctions. Coffee, you and I, we have a vertex conjunction in the same house.
Yes.
So you
What
being
does that
here,
mean?
it just means that you being here today was meant to happen. Also, you have a Cancer rising. I'm also a Cancer rising. I bet you look like an angel.
You look like an angel, Coffee.
Yeah, that reminds me of the time when someone genuinely did not know my fucking name and just called me Angel out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a southern thing.
It's not just a southern thing. Cancer
It's-
risings are known for being angelic in appearance.
No, I was talking about what you were talking about. He was
This
saying
thing
how.
glows in the dark?
Oh my god,
Yo!
Coffee.
I mean, that's like
Coffee,
fucking.
lock in or I'm gonna
Sorry.
kick you out.
I'm
We have like.
sorry.
You
I'm
called
sorry.
in and now you're not here anymore. Like,
I'm sorry. I'll close it. I'll
for the
close
love
it
of fuck's
down.
sake.
Just bookmark it so you can look
You
later,
know.
Yeah. My ass is looking at cars.
Now I
You
have
guys are looking
no
at
clue what I was talking about because Coffee was too fucking busy doing the soy pog face, pointing at some.
We were talking about angels.
Yeah, no, he was talking about how someone called him an angel because they didn't
And
know
you said
his
that
name.
was Southern.
Yeah, this is something.
Yeah, the nurse called me Angel Baby yesterday when she was drawing my blood.
That's so sweet.
That shit makes me swoon. People should
Bro.
be talking to me like that. Only when women do it, though. When men do it, it's weird.
I still get rosy cheeks when people call me hun. Like, hun, I don't.
See, I don't know what someone would have to call me for me to be like,
Pookie Wookie
Like,
Bear.
I'm going to punch the shit out of you.
My Pookie
Smokey.
Wookie Schnookum
You have
Wookums.
nicknamed me that shit on fucking Discord
Yeah.
and it upsets me.
It currently shows your name on stream as Pookie Wookie Bear.
I see
Oh
it
my
as
god, what it does.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm lying to you. I'll change that real
fuck.
quick.
Please don't. I don't want to be tortured.
1 second. Change nickname. I'm gonna name you Snookums.
And I'm gonna name you bastard. Stop. Stop.
He's my Pookie Bear. Don't you get all over him with your vertex conjunctions, right?
I'm going to.
now
They're
we all have
mine.
names that start with S.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am sensitive
let me-
marshmallow.
oh yeah, we do.
Let me just
Yo, the
let me just do
gang.
this.
Shithead. No.
Oh man, I started. Oh wait, never mind. On topic. What were we talking about?
You can talk about whatever the hell you want, Ray. Go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say that dude that I was talking to.
Yeah.
That was like really like hitting bars in conversation. I can't talk to him no more.
Oh shit!
That man texts me like twice a day.
Are you talking about the Zodiac guy?
Yes,
Oh
twice a day.
no!
Come on.
I'm sorry
There's something's fishy about that. You ain't only twice a day and
upset.
only during the day. But he was messaging me late at night, but I like got off Tinder with him.
Yeah.
You know, I gave him my phone number. And then yeah, like this man really like twice a day. Usually around the same time too. If I go too long without responding, I won't hear from him again until the next day. And that's suspicious as fuck to me.
Sorry, I played such beautiful music while you were reading his text.
Oh, I didn't read it out loud. Oh, wait. Are you talking about when I was reading it?
Yeah,
on
while
stream?
you were reading it, I was playing music.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
were like,
It was so
I
beautiful.
just say something. It reminds me. Recently, I had gotten text by a random person, and you know iPhones, they have this like little game thing. It's Game Pigeon, whatever the fuck.
I'm an Android user.
Basically, they sent me one of that. They didn't send me like a text message of it. Is this like so and so? It's just pinball, and I'm like, or not pinball, 8-ball, and I'm just like, okay, fuck it, I'll bite, and I just played it, and we continued going back and forth for 2 days, and then I dipped for a little bit. They texted me, or I had like sent a different game, and they had texted me, you should finish the 8-ball game. I said, okay. And we finished it. And then we started having a conversation. I sent like little cat pics or whatever the fuck. And then Tuesday, they had texted me. They were like, by the way, what's your name? And I said, my name, right? And they were like, I'm Victoria. I'm like, you know, nice to meet you.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
And that last fucking message was me sending an 8-ball. It's their turn, and it's on red. I am sad now. Like,
oh, no.
I don't know what the fuck happened. And I know they had another person that were doing 8-ball and having like a conversation with. It's literally just that. Like, it's just 8-ball and shit.
I thought this was going to go like a
what if they're hacking
creepypasta
you? I'm
route.
like, it's fucking 8-ball.
I definitely thought this was going to go like a creepypasta route where it's like 8-ball. And so I started playing 8-ball with this guy, and then all of a sudden he sends me a picture of my room.
8-ball.
Oh, man. That would terrify.
Dude, if they sent me a fucking image of my room, that would actually make a really dumb fucking horror thing. If it started off normally. Like
I'm stealing the idea straight from Unfriended. Do you remember that, Hellfire? That's actually kind of good. People didn't like it when it first came out because it was cheesy and corny as fuck, but now that's been out for a while, and it's kind of marking the post or like pre-Generation 3 internet days. It's got a lot more people saying it's good. But I think it's corny. I think overall
it's
corny.
Have you seen the time that I was going to voice act for this game that it was a horror game. It was called
Velocipaster? Have y'all seen Velocipaster?
Velocipaster?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it yet, and I need to because
It's
I've
so
seen the
bad.
clips. I've seen the images. It is fucking amazing.
Wait, Velocipaster?
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't heard. He hasn't heard. He has no idea.
He has no idea. Yeah, fucking get it right, Coffee.
They.
She has no idea.
They. I'm also gonna have to help someone with groceries here in a bit.
All right. Okay.
But yeah.
So what is Velocipaster?
Watch them.
It's
is someone gonna tell me, or am I just gonna sit here in silence?
It's kind of like a werewolf-esque type movie, but with a person who turns into a velociraptor, who happens to be a pastor.
I can dig it. I can dig what's being put down here.
It may have a budget.
A budget.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a romantic fling thing that happens. I don't remember if it was with a prostitute or not.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't remember very well. I just remember it was so fucking crazy, and I tried to get my son to sit down and watch it. and he was not having it.
He was like, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want to do this. Ugh.
You know who coffee reminds me of?
Who does coffee remind you of?
The Radio Demon.
Radio Demon? Oh, it's
Mhm.
Alistair.
Alistair?
Alistair,
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
someone's texting me. Are you gonna help or no? Motherfucker, you know I'm gonna.
Oh my god,
Run!
deal with your mom already.
I'm going. What? Wait, what the? Hold
I
on,
said
my
deal
headphones-
with your mom already.
Hold on. I can't hear shit.
Oh my.
I'm deaf as fuck.
What? Did you say like kill your mom already or something?
No.
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 What?
I said
What did you
go
say?
deal with your mom already. You
I
fucking
did not.
freak.
I had. Fuck you.
Run!
Yeah, go. She's already texted you twice.
I'm dealing.
Stop
with the
stalling. Go.
situation, okay?
Fucking get out of here. Shit, I'm gonna get my spray.
I don't.
No, that's so funny you mentioned that
Oh, my fucking foot. Ow.
because that reminds me of how I actually met Coffee, and it was on a voice acting project binge thing. We were both voice actors. And
Cool.
and it was like this hell of a boss fanfic kind of deal from this
Really?
yeah.
Holy
And
shit.
fucking yeah, his character was essentially that voice. I tried
Are you
to
fucking with me?
it never got produced because the creator didn't actually have a budget, but yeah, that's how
No. Are you fucking with me?
No.
He was voicing Alistair?
No, not
Or an
actually.
Alistair type
Yeah,
character?
that's what he was doing.
That's so crazy. Because I don't feel like Coffee's personality matches Alistair at all. And I couldn't figure out why. But it was because whenever Coffee first got in the Discord, the way that they were talking, yeah, it reminded me of Alistair, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah, because they got the filter
Interesting.
preset already done for it. They got it on peak. I remember watching the Ghostbusters episode, and there was this lineup of villains because in the old cartoons, things just kind of happen.
Yeah.
And there is one of these like ghoul ladies like, I'm Patricia. Like it got the old like back when they all talked with like a little Yoshi.
I'm letting the inner child do what it wants.
What's the inner child screaming for right now?
It wants to shove this earring in my bong. But it wants to do it the other way so that it pokes a hole in the tube. And I'm like, this is a really good compromise because I don't need a hole in the tube. It's how I smoke. So we could do it vertically so that it's going down into silicone where it's not going to poke a hole and make it where I can't use this thing.
That's so funny.
But it's hurting my finger to do. And I think we're both over it now.
We're
Now
both
I've got
over it. Me and the
I've got a
bong.
little jewel on my bong. No, me and my inner child. It hurt.
It hurt.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna pull back to my questions here. I had a swinger lined up here.
Okay.
If you could have an unlimited budget on one stream, what would you do?
An unlimited budget on one stream?
Yeah.
I would do hella giveaways.
Oh, there you go.
But I would just do money giveaways.
And I would, like, you give away all the money to your
an unlimited
alt
budget.
accounts.
No.
And And then
No.
money.
It's an unlimited budget for one stream.
Yes.
For one stream and one stream only.
Mm.
which means I have unlimited money. I could single-handedly eradicate homelessness, poverty, really in general. If every person in the world came to my stream for 24 hours straight, I would just have a whole team sending money to people from the stream. Like, enough for them to buy a house and a car and, like, pay bills for a year or something. I don't know. I would do my very best.
You'd be doing like the Moist Critical Charlie money gives away Steady does, where you just sign out a form.
Everybody gets $1 million. I'm Oprah
Yup.
Winfrey in this bitch, but I'm the good Oprah.
You'll get a con. You'll get
I'm
a
not
con.
kidnapping kids. I'm giving money to
Huh?
people, saving them from poverty. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that conspiracy theory, but Oprah Winfrey's evil.
Oprah Winfrey over here kidnapping children. That's so funny. She could be a lizard. She could be a lizard person. I could see it. Oh, yeah.
I'm almost out. I'm gonna have to make some money tonight so I can go buy more for 420. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go out this weekend. I had a whole bunch of unexpected expenses pop up.
No, 420. Me and Coffee already talked about trying to do a stream on 420. Something like this, probably like a special, do something. But it's also kind of like a family event over here, so I'm not sure how much I can actually. One second. My voice monitoring is delayed ever so slightly, and it's been fucking with how I've been talking this entire time. Because I'm hearing myself back on a delay.
Yeah, I can't do that shit. That shit fucks my head up.
Mike Ox. Mike Ox. Mike Cox. Officer. Off. On. There we go. No, I figured out how to do voice monitoring. It's just very inconsistent. It's only for every scene, so I have to do it for each scene, and it's a pain in the ass. But at the end of the day, I can hear myself relatively fine.
Well, that's good. That's a relief.
It's a
You know?
relief. So that's what you do. You would be Jimathan Beasting it.
Yeah. I would just give away as much as I possibly could.
Hmm.
I obviously would want some for myself, but I don't, like, that's not, I'm not going to have an unlimited budget and just give myself money. That seems like the really not kind thing to do. That seems really selfish. I would just share it. I have been bargaining with the universe over winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, listen, if I win the lottery, I won't share any of it with my ex. They really don't want me to talk to my ex anymore. They want me to let that man go. And I'm trying so hard. I'm telling you, like, that shit that they were playing on a loop in my head this morning, it really has me, I'm almost there.
I'm sorry. If you win the lottery and the first thing you go do is go to your ex and say, "We're rich," I'm sorry, that's a problem.
I wouldn't do that. But I did, like, a few weeks ago, I was talking to him and I was like, if I won the lottery, I think I would still want to share some of that with you. Like, I would still want to buy you a house somewhere or get you a new car or something. Just, like, something to alleviate stress in your life. And now I'm like, nah, you're fucking Heather? No, absolutely not.
Ooh.
I can still love you. I just don't got to share my peace, you know?
Yeah.
And so I made it a point. I was like, I won't share with this man. I promise you. Okay. I promise I won't share, with him. But then I was like, okay, I will just have my house rebuilt, buy a new car, pay up all of my bills so that I'm caught up on everything. And then I'll, like, give the rest of it away.
I like the
'Cause
idea of
that's-
like a house giveaway where you like do a stream where you give away like fucking 10 houses every hour.
That
That's
would be
pretty sick.
fucking sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that what you would do? You would do a house giveaway?
Oh no, all that money's going straight to me, baby. Fuck all. Nah, I think I never actually answered this question in my brain when I typed it down. Fuck. That does sound like a great idea. And it would probably give me a lot of money doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Can
House
you
giveaway.
imagine the amount of like support you would get from people after doing something like that, changing those people's lives? You would never have a stream with under 1,000 viewers ever again.
This is true. As much shit as Twitter gives Jimmy Beast, we love we love Jimmy Beast on this channel. And it's just because like bro did put 100 wells in Africa in one video, and then released a video a week later where he just cured like a bunch of people of blindness. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. I think he should be doing more. I think everybody who has that much money should be doing more. I certainly would be doing more. But I feel like there is a certain amount of investment you have to do to get to a point like that. So it would make sense if you want a large sum to invest that so that it could multiply tenfold so that you could make like substantial change. But that's not what they're doing. Why the fuck are you building a rocket to go to the moon?
I mean, it is when they did. Their first, how they blew up is they got way back in the very early sponsorship days of YouTube. They got a $1,000 sponsorship, and they said, "Bring it up to 5,000, and we'll give it away." And no video had ever been made like that at that point, and so he held on to it and he handed a homeless man $5,000, and that was kind of like the first version of that ever happening, and that's how he got his first viral video. Really, this is back when he was fucking breaking the same laptop over and over again. I don't know why I'm defending him so much. I don't know what modern Jimmy Beast is. I like the memes.
I don't have that much beef with Mr. Beast, other than the fact that he definitely ripped off a contestant on his show.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just like, that makes me question if any of the stuff he did was legitimate, other than like obviously putting wells in Africa and like all of the stuff that he actually did. But were all of the games rigged? Did all of the people who win actually win? Like, why did they record it that way and put it out that way? You know, so I just don't. I question his integrity. But he is using his money to make an impact, and that is commendable because Jeff Bezos is not fucking doing that shit. And Jeff Bezos has way more money than he has.
Yeah.
You know?
No, Bezos. Bezos. Jesus Christ. I've never met someone, not bad, I've never met the man myself, but I've never seen someone so unwilling to do anything besides just swallow more. He's actually like, Jeff Bezos is basically Lex Luthor, and now he's getting ripped. Like, now Jeff Bezos is working out, he's got a personal trainer, he's paying his personal trainer like $100 million a month or some shit like that to get him in shape. Like, Jesus Christ. Never knew that much money.
There's a guy on TikTok giving out workout advice for free that probably would do him better than what his personal trainer is doing.
No, now he's Lex Luthor. Now he's gonna kill Superman.
If you haven't seen Hermes the Cynic on TikTok.
Hermes the Cynic.
Yeah, I really like Hermes. And let me put an asterisk on that and just say, like, I have not gone through all of his videos. I do not know who he is as a person. I don't know what his political beliefs are. I'm not sure even of his reputation. The extent of my knowledge of this man is the funny memes that he puts on Instagram that they bring me such joy and delight.
Yeah.
And he seems to have similar beliefs to me in the few videos that I have watched. And that also is just delightful. It doesn't hurt that he's attractive.
That always helps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wanted to write a question about this, but I never got to it. Speaking of attractiveness on the internet, you commonly struggle with being a woman on the internet.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so for the record, I am non-binary. We said that at the beginning of the stream. I just want to repeat that before I go on this TED Talk.
Yeah.
About the woman experience online. Because I do I look like a woman to people who are looking at people's bodies as like men and women. Right?
Yeah.
I have gotten some of the most grotesque messages from people. The anonymity of the internet really emboldens those that would they really let themselves show on the internet, you know? Like they are probably very small or quiet or shy or like very controlled in their day-to-day life, and so they get online and they just say whatever the fuck they want to whoever the fuck they want, and I tend to attract those people to like an uncomfortable degree, you know? Like this one guy came in and was like, I'll pay you to fart in a jar and ship it to me, but you have to eat Hamburger Helper first. And that's just one of the more tame things that I've had said to me.
Jesus Christ.
I also get people that come into my stream and they're like, oh, thank God, finally a woman with some modesty. Because I wear a lot of hoodies and like I'm not super. It's not that I don't want to be. I lost a lot of weight. If I had bigger titties, they'd be hanging. And I don't have an issue with dressing and showing skin. I just am more comfortable these days not doing that. And when people come in and they say that, it feels very judgmental and like they're shaming people, and I don't fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
You get the people who come in and then do talk very mean and derogatory toward you for being a more free individual. I had a man come in my stream the other day and tell me I needed to watch my mouth because I was cussing. I'm 30 years old, sir. I say what the fuck I want. I pay my own bills.
Don't you know
Get
God,
out of here.
Don't you know God hears that though? And every time you
I don't give a fuck, and neither does God.
Every time you say a swear word, you make an angel cry.
Anyways. So you get those types of people, and then you get the people that come in and hit on you and get mad when you don't reciprocate. And then there's the other type of person. Oh man, having the woman experience of being a streamer. I have had so many friends fall in love with me. And you know, there are two instances in which I could say that was justified. And really all of them are justified because I'm wonderful. How could you not fall in love with me? But like for the sake of like platonic and non-platonic, right?
Like run the dishwasher. Go 1. Oh, 12.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Because I think these people are actually my friends. And while sometimes the feelings romantically may have been reciprocated, there was never a good time for it to be romantic, you know?
Yeah.
And I made that very clear. I'm very communicative, very transparent about my intentions and my expectations in regards to friendship and further. And so I will say things exactly as they are to me, and they still fall further.
Yeah.
And then it's like a borderline parasocial relationship. It's not as simple as having a friend that is pining after me romantically. This is a friend that I am very interactive with on stream. And so the interaction that they're getting from me on stream is being construed to them as flirtatious or romantic, regardless of how I intend it to be. And so they're creating the relationship to be much bigger and much more romantic than it actually is. And it's like a really common problem. I've had so many people fall in love with me and then leave the community.
Yeah.
Like I am so it's been my entire streaming career. It's literally been since December 2016, the very first real supporter of my stream that I had. He bought me this computer. He put it together and he shipped it to me.
Roll the D. Welcome to chat.
He donated a lot of money to me. He supported me a lot. Hi D. And he ended up developing romantic feelings for me. He was married and has kids with this woman that he's been married to for far longer than he's known me. And so this was just like not something that could be romantic. It just couldn't be.
Yeah.
And so I never reciprocated those feelings, not because I could never have had those feelings for him, but because it was not a good time. In the same way that like some of the more recent people that have left the community, like it just wasn't good timing. And then they showed their asses. And now I'm so much better with boundaries. Like that man from 2016, he also showed his ass. And I was a lot more lenient and let him show his ass in a lot more ways before we got to a point of not being able to communicate anymore. But it is an incredibly common issue. I feel like living a woman experience as a streamer, just as a streamer. People romanticize you, and when it's not reciprocated, the support leaves. Whereas I feel like if they didn't romanticize the streamer, the support could last potentially until the streamer stops streaming, you know?
Do you think that might be the difference in between the desperation of male and female success on content creation is the audience? So a male may be more likely to have an audience that sticks with them for things other than romanticization, while a female audience might have their audience infatuated temporarily and then scatter.
Absolutely. If you look at every big streamer that identifies as a woman and you look at their numbers, now some of the bigger ones, they just have I'm sure they have like a diehard OG fan base now. But I would be willing to bet that they went through cycles of communities before they got to that. Because at some point when you become big enough, people understand that it's parasocial.
Yeah.
They're like, this person is so far out of my reach. They have thousands of people watching them every day. The chat moves super fast. Like, sure, I can sub and get like a thank you. And that would be like the highlight of their day. But they understand that that is not something that is reality because there's such a big gap. Now, when you have someone that has, I would say even someone with like 300 viewers will probably have a rotating community of people. Not to say that they won't have OGs that stay, because I have a few of those too. I'm just talking about like the majority of the community. In my experience, it cycles out. That you get people who come in, they grow infatuated, you don't reciprocate, they leave. They don't get enough attention, they leave. They get bored, They find a new streamer to crush on.
Yeah.
They get more attention from that streamer. They leave, you know?
Mm.
Like, someone who feeds into their parasocial fantasies is gonna be more popular than someone who doesn't.
Dream.
But at the same time, that streamer will also get a lot of hate and probably be called a predator,
Also dream.
and like manipulative and all this other shit, because the means of success for that streamer involves flirting. It involves allowing these people to fantasize about having a relationship with you, which is inherently deceptive if you never intend to have a relationship with those people, and you don't. If you have 300 people in your chat, you don't have the intention of being in a romantic relationship with all 300 people in your chat. And so, yeah, I don't know. That has been my experience. I would be willing to bet that it is a common experience on this platform and probably other platforms, you know? It sucks. It sucks, and to explain it from, like, the person that I am, like, I have really gotten close to people and really valued their friendship.
Yeah.
And their presence, and for them to leave and never come back, or like leave and check back every now and then to see if I might be romantically interested in them again at some point, it's just really heartbreaking. Because I think that I have friends.
Yeah.
And then they're not. And then you have the route of treating your community as just a community and nothing more. But I feel like those types of communities are reserved for more skilled people, like gamers specifically.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're a just chatting streamer, it's really hard for you to treat your community as just a community. Because you're having conversation with these people every day. You're learning about their life. They're learning about your life. Unless you're playing a character.
Yeah.
And I know there are people who do that, but there are far more just chatting streamers who just get on here and talk about their life and talk with their chat about their lives. And that makes it difficult. I'm not skilled. I can't. I'm not a top 10 player in PUBG. I can't. My hand-eye coordination is not good enough. I wonder if my son made tea yet. I'm thirsty.
No.
Are we talking?
It's my community's kind of in like the shadow realm of the two, where this hotline allows me big to communicate with my community, like coffee and such, and we do have chat regulars that appear sometimes. But outside of that, I just, when I'm just streaming video games and like doing my videos, I'm usually not too active. Granted, is because I'm always fucking busy now. I'm very fucking busy in the mornings.
It's adult life.
Yeah, you actually have to get up in the mornings because, like, your day is big enough to warrant it. Holy shit, coffee, when did you get back here?
Well, I've been here for a minute. I've just been quiet.
It's been stalking. Sleeping.
Coffee, did you hear me say that you remind me of the radio demon from Hazbin Hotel?
Yeah.
It's just whenever you first came in.
I'm confused. Oh yeah, the whole me doing the.
Hello?
Yes, that's what did it.
Yeah. That's me trying to emulate old microphone or fucking.
Oh god damn! I feel like I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. My contacts are fucking up today.
Nah, raw dog it. No protection.
I've actually done radio before.
You've done radio before?
I've done radio before, yes.
Now, are we talking about like school radio?
No, like an actual radio station that my friend ran out of, like, a building he rented or something.
Oh,
Like it was a
shit.
legitimate station. I don't know if he still does it. I haven't talked to him like fucking forever, but you know, I was one of the main hosts
Hmm.
that would show up consistently.
There you go.
I didn't get paid for shit, but you know, it was fun. I did it mainly because I thought it was fun.
Well, how'd you like it? What was like? Tell us more.
It's an interesting, okay, it's an interesting experience because like it's mainly you just sitting there, like you might have a little bit of a script for like what to say, but like most of it's just you improv, like the in between songs thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was Billy Joel's hit single, blah 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 blah, blah, you know, and like you say something in between. You either have like a fun fact or maybe a story or something. Sometimes there'd be like long sections of airtime where you would have to like talk.
Yeah.
You might have people in the studio that you would talk with.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if we ever did calling. Might have, might not have,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, damn. When did you do all this?
just like a couple years ago during the COVID time.
During the COVID era
During the COVID era.
that we're all
Yeah.
still currently in.
Yeah,
the
COVID
the,
is
the,
still
the COVID era where we were
quarantined.
basically the quarantine
Yeah.
era, I guess.
Yeah, we tried quarantining for like a couple of years, and then we said, fuck it. Just let it.
Just let it spread.
Just
done.
let it.
We're learning now that COVID is a replicating virus,
Hmm.
which means that it like stays in your system and replicates.
Hmm.
Wasn't there like a fucking lab that was doing, or like not even a lab, it was just a random ass fucking building that was doing tests on rats and shit somewhere. I saw a
I heard that
video
it came
on
from bats.
Yeah, it came
That
from
was the
bats.
I know it
story.
was bats, but like I'm talking about a different situation, something more recent.
Well,
where
yeah,
they
they're
found,
always
like,
studying on rats, man. Like,
Rats are
no,
like
but it
some
was
of the
like an
most intelligent
illegal
animals.
operate. Hold on, let me find the fucking video. Hold on.
Okay.
bro said, bro, I heard there was a study where they studied rats.
It wasn't a study. It was like a random ass building where like some people who weren't even like U.S. citizens were doing tests on. I don't fucking know. Look,
This sounds
I'm looking
vaguely
for the video
familiar
real
to me.
quick.
What?
Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar, actually.
And like the CDC didn't do any fucking tests on anything, but there was like a whole bunch of diseases and shit in there.
I have no clue what y'all are talking about. What?
I gotta find the video. Because I listened to it while I was doing
No,
laundry
rats
the
are
other day.
incredibly intelligent, and they're also incredibly close to us biologically. I think it's something like 93% biologically in common. Like, they are very close to us.
I have no idea what is going on with my contact lens. It's clean. It just feels weird on my eye, but I don't know why.
Bars.
Did I flip it inside
Yeah,
out?
that's why I can never
No.
do contacts. I hate the idea of something being on my eyeball.
I could never do it. It's just too weird.
And glasses just
Like,
make me look like a fucking nerd. I'm not a fucking
I just
nerd.
look like a jackass either way. I mean, I
Yeah.
have a lazy eye. If I wear glasses, it basically makes it so that
But look, if
it's
I wear
not
glasses,
really
I look like
super
Matt
noticeable.
Shea. Matthew Patrick. Ex-host of Game Theory.
He died.
R.I.P. Matthew Patrick.
R.I.P. That after he left Game Theory, I just repeatedly said R.I.P. Matthew Patrick, and they're like, "What?
Huh?
Huh?
Nah,
Dead?
sometimes I'll say R.I.P. insert random person here, whether they're dead or alive, and it's sometimes I need to clear some things up. R.I.P. Brockhampton.
Hopefully this settles down because there's nothing on the contact. It's just being weird. I don't know. Maybe I've scratched my eye or something.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just annoying though.
I'm so sad the lab didn't have methamphetamine in it.
What?
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 Huh? Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying
Anyways,
about it.
I might have to put my glasses on.
Oh,
This is really
Well,
irritating me.
oh shit.
hold
Nerd emoji.
on.
God. Okay.
And
I'm going back to my questions.
okay.
Hmm. Oh yeah. So, wait, I think I already asked that. I already asked you how long you've been smoking weed. How long? What were what were some of your favorite things to stream / favorite stream moments during your almost tenure?
Definitely ARC roleplay.
Hmm.
ARC roleplay is my most favorite. Like, I had the most fun doing ARC roleplay. That and like podcasts. I used to do a podcast called Shitface Saturdays.
Nice.
We had to rename it to Sloshed because someone took Shitfaced.
Damn.
But we did Sloshed Saturdays, and everybody would come on, and we would just get fucking hammered on stream and talk about random shit. That was whenever I used to hang out with Tiny the Barbarian, the lady who gave me the tarot reading and told me that I was a mermaid.
Casual drop that you were a mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
So what about art compelled you about it? Was it like the characters? Was the dinosaurs? What about it?
Okay, so it was my characters. It was the stories that got told, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I started out on Seven Kingdoms roleplay server, which was a Game of Thrones roleplay server. And my first character's name was Mela. And Mela was a blacksmith and like an apprentice tailor.
Mm.
And so she had to find someone to mentor with to become a tailor. They had a system set up where you could pick two classes, or you could pick a class and an apprenticeship, and you could role play learning out the apprenticeship with someone.
Mm.
So that's what I chose to do. And the guy that I actually played with, his name was Mr. Giggles, I think. I don't know what his character's name was, but that was his Twitch name.
Yeah.
And he played a tailor, and I forget what his other class was. I don't know if I even asked. But we had one role play session where he was teaching me how to make boots. And he was like, all right, this is how you're gonna do it. And obviously there's not like a mechanic to show someone how to do something in the game. So we had to like use our imagination for that part. But then he like drops a pair of boots on the floor for me to pick up and to inspect, to be like, this is what you need to be doing. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I give them back to him, and then I craft my own. And then I drop them for him to pick up, and he picks them up, and he is like, these are terrible. These are not gonna do. Do it again. But okay, and I'm like, okay, so I make another pair. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I do it. I make another pair. I drop them for him. He picks them up. He doesn't say a word. He walks outside of his house where we're standing with the table. Walks outside of his house to the cliff. Right outside his house. Throws my boots over the cliff. And is like, those are awful. Make them again. And I was like,
Try again.
yeah, I started screaming, like, out of character and in character. And I ran down there and I picked them back up. And then I ran back up and I was like, why did you do that? That was so mean. And he was like, you're gonna just have to trust me. You're gonna get better at this. You're gonna make better boots. And so he's like, all right, now make them again. And I'm like, okay. But I didn't make them again.
Right.
I made something else instead so that it would make the crafting noise in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I threw the same pair of boots down to him. And he picked them up. He was like, see? Now these are much better. I was like, joke's on you! Those are the same boots you threw over the cliff! He was not happy. He kicked me out.
Damn.
But it was so much fun. And then, okay, so my second character, her name was
You
Geetha.
could genuinely see someone doing that, like them making a different pair of boots, but then switching them
Mm-hmm.
with the same fucking pair.
Mm-hmm.
Joke's on you.
So funny.
My second character's name was Geetha.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a stonemason and a stable hand. Actually, no, I think this was just like the one class system, and she was just a stonemason. But she wasn't very good at building, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This goes back into being like a woman presenting streamer back then.
Oh yeah.
There were a lot of people on the server who watched me stream that had never interacted with me in character before. And so they metagamed to get to me. And there was one, his name was Envy. He showed up at my house and started flirting with me. And then I wasn't flirting in the way that I guess he wanted me to flirt. So he started tranking me. He shot me with trank darts and then would drag my body around in my house, and that's how he would flirt with me. And he would come back every day to torment me. So I had to move. But I didn't move until after I met this other character named Sir Gravith. Alright, I remember this character's name and I'll never forget it because I did not meet this character in game. He watched me stream and then found me on the server, and he built a little box outside my house and put a letter in it with some silica pearls, and some rare flowers, I believe. They're just like little gifts. And in the letter, it was like, I don't even remember what the letter said, but it was signed Secret Admirer. And then like literally within the next hour he showed up and admitted to being the secret admirer.
Not much of a secret.
Yeah, Sir Gravith was hardcore flirting, trying to court Geetha. And like it was fun for a little bit. I went along with it.
Mm-hmm.
I let him help me move. And then he asked me to marry him. And I was like, whoa! No!
Whoa.
I'm an independent woman, bro. I'm not getting married to you. I just met you.
It's so
he got
funny.
in his feelings about it a little bit. He accepted that. And then he introduced me to Peter Rivers, which was Circus Guys' character, who is like the guy that was hosting servers that I played on for a long time. And he introduced me to him because Peter needed someone to build a bridge for him. And Peter already knew how to build a bridge and did not need someone to build a bridge for him, but hired me to build a bridge for him anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended up getting banned off the server because of me. And I left too because I was like, it's bullshit he's getting banned. It was the same interaction I was a part of and I enjoyed every second of it. And yeah, they didn't like that. But then he started his own servers, and then I role played on his servers for years, on and off. I haven't tried GTA 5 roleplay yet, but that's what he's doing currently, and I might give it a dabble.
GTA 5?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Coffee go way back on GTA 5. I would.
Oh my god. You would actively try to find me, fucking kill me, and get the cops on my ass, even though I've done nothing wrong.
I
No,
used to do
Just
shit
like
like that
having
too.
a normal.
yeah, no. People got really mad at me in multiplayer, and even just like me and Coffee. I like it sounds like a bit, but I would play GTA the same way I would play GTA when I'm like 5 years old, and that is steal car, run people over, shoot, and just get chased by the police, and just cause the
And then
craziest police
he'd
chase
make
ever.
me get in his fucking vehicle,
And then I'll go
I
wherever
have 5
Coffee
stars.
is. And have all the police go where Coffee is, and then
There's,
I'll
like,
let them kill me.
there- If I can find the photos of just like the wreckage and me
Oh.
taking a photo, and it's just like
Coffee
the
took some
fucking-
cinematic ass fucking photos of what the game looks like after I'm done with an area. And it genuinely
just, like,
looked
fucking cop
like
cars
something
and blood
post
everywhere.
hurricane, like something post tragedy just happened, and I just
think it's
fucking
in
ran
the other
through.
server. Let me look. Gaming
I
content.
gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Either I
Alright.
sent them to you, or it's in gamer moments, but it might not be in there. No, it is in gamer moments. It is in gamer moments.
Oh, but yeah,
Fuck
put it inside
yeah.
chat so I can make it a visual for the stream.
The fucking just the cop cars in the goddamn parking lot. I'm a force of nature. If you were from where I was from, you'd be fucking dead.
Me getting the fuck out of Dodge 97 times in one day.
Me getting out of Dodge.
Where the fuck's the
proceeding to
photo,
get
bro?
back in
Yes, there it
fucking
is.
Dodge.
Here it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's small. Why are they so small?
Cause it's, I don't fucking know. You want to big them.
Big them. Yes. What did you say? It was in gamer
Big
moments?
them. Yeah.
No, they're still small. Fuck.
I don't know.
It is so funny though. Yeah, I don't know what to.
Fucking
I don't know what to
cop
tell
cars
you.
and shit.
Big them. Make them big.
I have to big them.
Make
apparently.
them big.
I don't know how to big them.
That's a problem for you to figure out and me to not think about
You're a
as I
fuck.
reminisce too on all the. Remember that guy that we played who is really protective over his cars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what it
So
was.
my GTA experience primarily was only with Coffee and co-op play because dicking around in solo player has no effect on me. I only get dopamine when I'm ruining someone else's day, and
It has to actively be.
yeah,
ruining
I
my
need
day.
to actively be a nuisance to enjoy myself on GTA, and so we invited this guy into play. And apparently he had grinded the multiplayer ranks and played the game as intended until he had like $1 million cars that he was cycling and selling just to get more money. And it took all the willpower in my life not to ruin that. There was a point where you two were in a shop. And I'm not sure if it was because he was in the menu or he forgot to switch some settings, but there was a moment where I could take his car and I drove it around the block and I just parked it the same place because I didn't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, that, and then you got us stuck in a store.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah,
and
because
then
I couldn't
you got
fuck
us
with the
stuck
car.
in the fucking house.
Because I couldn't fuck with
You couldn't
his
fuck
car.
with anything. You could fuck with the vehicles in the area, so you would just fucking put them around the car or like where we were at. You would just like crash them into the fucking wall.
I basically
You'd be
made
causing-
it impossible for him to leave his home at one point because there was just like a four-wheeler in the fucking beginning.
in the fucking doorway. Yeah, that was beautiful. And then I like finally changed my avatar and everything, and I have like a hoodie and stuff now or whatever. I have not played that game in forever. No,
It'd be worth a stream.
You know, again, the graphics card.
It would be worth a
it.
stream.
It would definitely
might
be
do
worth
that
it.
420. That could be fun. 420 GTA 5.
Yeah.
I could do what Ray was talking about. She was talking about GTA 5 roleplay. I would not be a good role player. I'd probably just get banned. But also, that's kind of entertaining. I'm not sure if I'm a troll, but I'm definitely not, like, roleplay material.
Just start screaming slurs or something.
No, I can just imagine myself doing my shitty Justin Roiland impression and crashing into sides of cars and being, oh, jeez, what the fuck? Like, I don't have any insurance, man. You're really fucking this up for me.
Oh my god. I'm a raccoon.
I'm a raccoon. Can't catch me. Fast as fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
Do you think raccoons...
but like when I get a new computer, I'm gonna be on like a GTA 5 multiplayer grind, probably recording it for like a month. Also Red Dead Redemption, because I can do like a really dumb Arthur Morgan impression.
I like GTA 5.
My friend wants me to
100 gigs is rough, though.
play Red Dead Redemption.
No, GTA 5 is 100 gigs. It's pretty rough. And that's before you actually start playing the game and getting like cache memory and building shit up.
True.
Like that shit hits 150 real quick.
No, yeah. Your hard drive can't handle that, apparently.
No, my hard drive can. Yours can.
Poor boy. Mine can't.
Yours actively can't. Mine can. And I just upgraded my RAM too. Mine, I could play GTA 5 right now just fine. It's just that it is 100 gigs. It's a lot. I have like a terabyte of space. That's like 1/10 of all my storage. And think about all the videos that I have that are also just fucking piling on. I'm just saying it's a skill issue, essentially. I need to get myself another terabyte.
Yeah. I need to get, like, an SSD.
You need to get
My
some
hard drive
bitches.
I've had my hard drive for over 3 years. Once it hits year 4, I need to get, like, a new one. Hard drives only last, like, about 5 years normal use. Until they start corrupting and then the data doesn't work.
Nice.
Also, mine, I've treated with shit, which probably means that I've taken about, like, a year off it.
I mean, this hard drive
So-
is working just fine, and it's caked with dust and like 4 years old.
Hey,
The inside of my
Keep
computer
working.
looks like
mine is
the set
starting
of
to
Dune.
fucking... I can actually, as of late, I can tell my hard drive's starting to struggle. Because it'll, like, get stuck on trying to read or write data for, like, a good 2-3 minutes. And then it'll, like...
The
keep
inside of
working.
my computer is a fucking fire hazard.
Yeah, you should probably clean that.
Nah.
Like, you're gonna, one of these days, you're gonna text me. You're gonna be like, my house burned down, or like my room burned down because of
LMAO.
my
house
computer.
burned down. LMAO.
And Lamau coffee, LMAO. My house burned down. You want to stream?
Yeah, I would still stream
Bro's
that
gonna be
day.
on his phone. Just you would pull out your phone and just start streaming around your house and be like, "Yo, this is where the fucking computer started burning."
Yeah, so this was the second floor. You're currently seeing it in the backyard.
You are and there's like a fire truck still in the fucking front, right?
It's like the divorce alley, but like with a firefighter as my house is actively burning down in the background. It's doing a selfie with the firefighter, being like, insurance selfie.
You're doing a selfie or like an interview, so it's like, so how does it feel to be a firefighter while he's actively trying to make
Yeah, I
your house
invite him onto
not
the
be a lost
podcast.
cause? Exactly. It would be really cool if you legitimately got like some people like that on the podcast.
firefighter?
Like either former firefighters or police people.
I
or
could
some
just
shit like that.
ask a firefighter.
You could, yeah.
I
or
live
you
right
could,
next to
you know,
a
get, like-
firehouse. I literally could walk out half of my block.
Then fucking
then
do that.
ask-
I don't know. That would be fun.
I don't know what
That would
the
be really fucking
I don't
cool.
know what the fuck I would ask a firefighter. Yo, how traumatized are you?
There's like, that's what you ask the military people. That's what you ask the military people.
No, I thought about
Yeah, how
being
traumatized are
a
you?
voluntary firefighter once. And then my friend told his story about being a voluntary firefighter. And he explained how he went into a fire and tried to pull someone out. And like he grabbed them by the forearm and tried to pull. And when he did, their skin like melted and degloved off of their arm. And he like literally can't eat certain foods now because of it. Like he's like properly traumatized.
No, I can fucking imagine.
Yeah. And so I think about that
Jesus
sometimes
Christ.
and I'm like, maybe I don't want to be a firefighter.
Yeah, you dodged a little bit of a bullet. Like, yeah, I'm just not gonna do that now.
I think I'm good. And also, whenever you look at those
think I'm
forest
good.
fire or like those fire outbreaks in the cities, if you look at Maui, like those pictures of Maui, it looks like fucking like sets of Doom Eternal. Like genuinely, like so the Doom Slayer's about to pop out and start busting imps in fucking Hawaii. It's wild.
No, shit is whack when it comes
Shit
to being
is
a
whack.
firefighter.
Millions of people are dead.
Shit
Coffee.
is
Shit
whack.
is whack.
But it is though.
That shit.
Oh, that's just that. Fuck you. That's my lingo.
Millions are dead. That shit busts my swag, yo.
Shut up. That's just sad as fuck, yo. That's whack, bro. Like an entire family died. That's whack, man.
That's fucking whack, yo. God damn.
That's just
Wacky
where the
back.
fuck is everyone? I can't find the people in this stupid fucking lobby.
Oh, now you're gaming
I'm just inept.
during
Yeah,
the
I'm
podcast.
gaming. Well,
It's fine.
hey, I'm having an active conversation with you.
It's fine.
So
I
it's not
forgive
like I'm
you.
just
It's
focusing
okay,
on the game.
Pookie.
How the I'm also running around as a fucking raccoon.
It's
so
okay, Pookie,
Uh,
Wookie, Schnookums.
I want you to stop saying these words that you were saying to me like, immediately. I just almost
Oh, like immediately.
like immediately, like now.
All right, Cuddle Bear.
I'm gonna put a bullet in my head one of these days.
Can't say that on stream. You're
I don't.
You're talking about Roblox. You're gonna do it in Roblox,
In Roblox. Yes.
which is a game that I have seen you play recently.
Yes.
Explain yourself.
I got bored. Really bored. Like super bored.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah. Now think about all the other
Wow.
games you have.
But I don't know why. Where the fuck is everyone? Dude, it says they're I have gotta be tripping.
I think you're tripping on these
What the
nuts.
fuck?
Gee, Sora. Well, gee, Sora. Maxie. Sora G's nuts, Coffee.
The what?
How dare you touch them? You know how many? You know how many times we've had this conversation, Coffee? Coffee. You know.
Or hundreds
This is,
times?
see, they already know that I'm scared of you because you have a bigger cock than me. But like, you don't need
What
to
the fuck are you
assert
talking about?
it over everybody else. You know.
It's like immediately. He was, where are these people?
Oh my god! Fuck off! You say you're holding an active conversation. You can't even hold
I
a
am.
bit. Hold these motherfucking nuts.
How about you hold these nuts? Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Oh, jeez.
Motherfucker. Get off of my train. Shh.
You making fun of me?
No. Maybe.
Do I amuse you? Am I some kind of funny fucking clown?
Kinda. Yes.
I'm into it.
Oh.
Oh. What?
There it is.
I'm just gonna start smoking. And you.
Okay.
You?
Yeah.
What have
Yeah.
you done musically
Me?
recently?
Me who? What have I done musically?
Yeah, what have you done musically recently?
I've been trying to work on like a rock track, and I'm also trying to work on a rap music because someone said I should try rap. I don't think
Do you got that flow?
I think they're on something, but no.
Do you have that rhyme, those
No.
bars? That heat? Are you an awfully hot coffee pot? Wait, welcome back.
Thanks. My son finished
I'm
making the
awfully
tea,
not.
and I had to check his cleanliness. He's doing chores.
I wrote one good verse ever, and I still hold on to it today.
I had some lyrics pop in my head last night as I was falling asleep, but
Oh,
it's
shit.
literally just one line.
Yup, that's how it usually is.
And it starts out with, "You've been quietly asked to leave."
I like it. I like it. That's a good starting line.
It was going somewhere real fucking heavy is where it was going. I started to write another line and I was like, no, this is not it. That's not it. No.
Yeah, I think
This
I
ain't
erased
it,
it.
chief.
I wrote a song 3 days ago, and the line that it came with, that it just came to my head, was fucking 99 red balloons and one of them blew.
I like that a lot.
And
I had a melody pop into my head too, bro, and it vanished. I cannot remember it. I'm so upset.
While expanding on it, just completely unrelated, the first verse might be growing on me to be part of the favorites. It's cold compressed iron so far from the surface, warm-winged steel shadows man-made horizons, approaching so M0 so fast and uncertain. When God pulls the curtains, your memory's blind. And I'm just like, yes.
I like that a lot.
Yes.
I like that a lot. That's very poetic.
Bro has flow.
I
Yeah.
got that flow. I'm a liminal, criminal, subliminal.
If I could throw a pillow at him, I would.
Throw a pillow at me.
Adam.
I have a very punchable face, I've been told.
I disagree with that sentiment.
What, you don't think I'm not a punchable fella?
No, you're
What?
not
Oh.
punchable.
How about now?
Okay, don't do that. Don't stop that. Stop!
Yes.
It's like the handsome Squidward thing where he smacks his face and it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Should I unblock Jose?
I'm beautiful.
As a question, are you gonna answer?
Probably not.
I don't know this person, so.
No, it's just like a Tinder date. Bro, I can't. That dude was a comedy bit. Look,
Bro,
He was a lot of fun to hang out with when he wasn't fucking being lame.
but he was always being lame.
That's fair. That's fair. You're right. You're right.
He's actively being lame. He was so cool to hang out when he wasn't lame, but he's lame all the time. He is.
He's always lame. You just meow at me? What are you, some kind of pussy? Bro got a knockback to that. Bro said, was not prepared. Oh, it's probably his VR chat avatar. He's probably a cat girl right now.
Man, shut the fuck. I am not even playing.
I'm not even a cat girl. I'm a kitsune. Get that shit right.
What the fuck?
I don't want love. I just want someone to waste time with. I'm bored.
The Tinder
I
girl.
just wanna hang out. I don't want to be in love. I do not want a relationship.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not have oral sex in the Oval Office.
I did not have. Wasn't there like a video where it was like a doll of him and it said that shit?
A doll.
Yeah, like a doll version of him.
Oh, I think you're talking about like a fucking Saturday Night like live sketch.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's like a Tickle Me Elmo.
Tickle me Elmo. but it's just him.
Yeah, Tickle Me Kennedy.
Tickle.
Is that the president I'm thinking about,
That
right?
just sounds fucking weird.
A Tickle Me Kennedy.
Yeah. Tickle me Kennedy. I don't know why it
Tickle Me Clinton.
Tickle me Biden.
Yo, there needs to be a series.
I feel like someone would get sued if they tried to make that.
Nah, you're allowed to. The
Oh.
president is a public figure. You can do whatever the hell.
They're a public figure the minute they're not a public figure. I want this removed. I don't know.
Yeah, because like think about all like the
I did not have
cartoons.
sexual relations with that woman.
Because like think about all the cartoon things that they put on the newsletters.
All the
where
money.
it's-
Think about all the money.
Money.
Investment. I see an investment money. He immediately was like, I see an investment.
I don't know why thinning my cheeks makes my lips look fake.
I hate that. Stop. I look over. I don't want to see that.
I'm sorry, I'm too beautiful for this world. I'm just plastic.
Let me see what
Molded.
I look like when I do that. Stop. Coped, seethed.
Cope sees mauled.
Dude, I look stupid when I do that.
I bet you look beautiful. Would you like the Mew for the podcast?
No.
No.
I would rather not, thank you.
No, you don't want a Mew for the podcast, Coffee?
No.
No, Ray?
No.
You don't want a Mew with me?
No.
We could all mog together.
I'm gonna send this as an image to my friend.
Looks maxing
Real
with
quick.
friends. That'll be what the podcast is called.
What?
The podcast will now be called Looks Maxing with Friends.
No.
I fucking hate this image. This is an image that I never want to see in my life ever again.
Well, let me see it.
Oh, no.
Why?
No, I don't want to show you what the fuck I look like. I'm ugly as shit. Also,
That's your
I
own
don't-
perception of you. You just might not be your own type. Have you considered that?
I mean, you got a point, but I look like shit. I hate myself.
I've had a lot
Anyway.
of people say that to me, and they did not look, in fact, look like shit. When y'all say stuff like that, I'm imagining like a slime blob with a bunch of eyes all over it. So you're already an upgrade from that.
I'm just gonna
As long
send
as you
this
don't
image to my
skirt line between parody and defamation slander, you'll be aight. BRB smoking all my herb outdoors.
You know, I am incredibly fortunate they have not drug tested me. Nor do I think they're going to.
Well, it's just a catering job. Well, essentially, right?
No,
No,
I'm
not-
not going to be just a caterer. I'm going to be a kitchen attendant.
Yes.
But he's also going to have me doing inventory stuff. He already
Mm.
said that. But I think it's because it's for Google. And Google is also stationed in California.
Yeah.
And since they pay all of their employees the same rate across the country for the same jobs, maybe they have the same standard for drug tests. You know, they probably don't drug test for those jobs. I'm sure they drug test for higher jobs, though. You're right. It's just a kitchen attendant. I got really in my feelings when you said
I'm
that.
sorry. I
okay.
didn't mean to hit you with the left jab there.
It's okay.
It is
It's okay.
incredibly
It is.
impressive to work for Google at any level. I
know, right? I'm so excited.
I would be honored to have the janitor's spot at Google.
I'm so
Google?
stoked.
Yeah, Google.
Yeah. I start on Monday.
Yeah, Ray's working at Google.
shit. The Google.
I get to. I mean, I really am starting at the bottom, so I can go in any direction I want.
I took it in the bottom. Now I'm queer.
Yeah, Drake is gay. Excuse me. Or bisexual. He's bi.
He is something.
Huh?
He is definitely something.
Justin Bieber is bisexual too.
I'm smoky.
I have seen too much. You know what? I hope they catch Diddy.
I mean, they
I hope
did. They caught him. All right. It's all.
No, they didn't. They
Did
caught
they
someone who they said was Diddy, who looks nothing like Diddy,
Did they
but
not?
looks enough like Diddy that stupid people would believe that it is Diddy.
Fuck.
That's not Diddy.
No, it's Diddy. It don't look like Diddy.
That ain't Diddy.
To anyone who,
Diddy.
yeah, to anyone who has a brain and two eyes, they can tell that that's not Diddy. But you got people out here still circle jerking to Donald Trump that might buy that it is Diddy. They have like one brain cell left.
Uno
You can't
brain
really
cell.
fault them. They share it.
Did he do it? That documentary name is awful. I love it though. Do you know about that, Ray?
What?
The name for the P. Diddy documentary?
No, what is it?
Did he do it?
It's such a stupid fucking name, but it is. Them motherfuckers is sitting. Someone, they were sitting in like a fucking conference room and they were just like, we need a name for this. And one jackass in the fucking corner who has never contributed to anything ever said,
Did
he do it?
my idea was no better. I think
What?
Finding Diddy.
Did they find him? Now I'm questioning.
Could be like a whole Finding Dory episode.
Finding Dory, except it's P. Diddy.
Timeline of events.
Yeah, we couldn't find him, but we found Dory.
Yo. Don't get the IRS on your ass. They're gonna be the IRS is the type to find Dory, bro.
They raided his homes on the 25th of March.
Mm.
And he evaded them, though.
Oh,
That motherfucker was out like a lamb.
bro
He was
sprinted.
like, I'm out of here. Fuck that shit.
Apparently, he put a post on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
for Easter on the 31st of March. On the 2nd of April,
Imagine bro was evading the cops and he started posts on Instagram. Them motherfuckers ain't get me yet.
apparently
And it's
his
just like a fucking
baby...
photo of
Does
his
Diddy
house,
still
and he's
have
like
a
standing
Twitter?
in front of it.
On April 2nd, his baby mama put a post on Instagram, videos of them raiding the house. They're denying all allegations, but he hasn't been arrested.
Does he still have a
He's just been
Twitter? Is his
actively-
Twitter still up?
I don't know, but he's being investigated for sex trafficking.
No, yeah, he's being investigated for a lot.
Investigated and he's actively evading the law
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
of now. Like he could legitimately, like, if they don't find anything on that, he could literally be arrested for evading police.
Yep.
Because he is evading police.
But he's running
As of
because
now.
they have all the evidence they need. Because
Yeah, they
it's
have
not
fucking-
it's not just
yeah.
sex trafficking, it's also abuse.
Yeah.
He was very
They have,
abusive.
they have everything under the fucking sun that they could basically just fucking put on him.
The first I heard of Diddy being awful was when Cassie came out and said that, and that was in November. He was very abusive to Cassie, the singer, and she came out and like sued him over it, I think.
What is it?
Yeah, that was the start of all of this. Okay,
Wait.
so I've been following it for as long as it's been a headline then. Yeah, no,
Doesn't-
man, Diddy is...
I'm just trying to remember. There was because as soon as this came out, I immediately thought for some reason of the Eminem line not too long ago, where he was responding to Machine Gun Kelly, and he kind of went off on everything. Like he went on and off on everything. And he had the line, "The day that you put out a hit is the day that Diddy admits he put the hit out that got Pot killed." But I'm pretty sure right at the end, he's like, I'm joking. I love you, Diddy.
Yeah.
Which, if true, is, yikes. I think it's Diddy that he calls out at the end. I think it's Diddy. It could be another rapper. He freaks out on a lot of people in that song.
Do you remember what that website was that showed me that you had the Star of David in your chart?
I don't know what websites you were using. I don't know what website.
Did you have any more questions?
Hmm?
Did you have any more questions? Or did we go through all of them?
Yeah, we've nearly gone through all of them, but honestly, like, we have about a half hour left, so my pacing has been pretty good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So we covered how many animals you had. Zodiac signs for your animals. Unlimited budget. You said that you would do like you would Jimmy Beast it. You would do a massive giveaway stream, right?
I would just give money to everybody.
Yeah. We covered the important topic of Keanu Reeves playing Shadow the Hedgehog in the next Sonic 3 movie. This was written down in the questions. I feel it very important. In fact, I'll repeat it one more time. Keanu Reeves is playing Shadow the Hedgehog in the next Sonic movie. And Jim Carrey is yeah.
Eggman.
Eggman.
The Eggmeister.
And then, I mean, we got into... I asked about a bit about weed stories, and I feel like we got on to tripping stories.
We did.
Yeah, so maybe we could end out this final block here with some good old-fashioned marijuana stories. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, has anybody here ever had any giggle fits that have lasted in their memory?
Yes. Oh my God. Holy shit. I got so high one night. Me and my ex were fucking, and I couldn't stop laughing, and it made him laugh. And we had to stop fucking because we couldn't stop laughing. But I was so high, and I couldn't stop laughing because when you laugh, I mean, not to be super graphic or anything, but everything tenses up. And so it was literally like he couldn't stay in because I was laughing constantly. So we had to just stop. It was hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's the only time I've had like a really bad giggle fit.
No, yeah, that's a giggle fit if I've ever had to describe one.
I forgot about that.
Christ.
Oh shit.
I think I've had a couple times where I've just started laughing at like the dumbest of shit that should not be funny at all. And like laugh at it for like over an hour.
No, yeah, I've definitely had some extremely high moments. I think one that comes to my head was when I was working retail, and I only had a pen to last me the entire day. And for some reason, I was like a bag boy at this point. I was doing nothing but bagging groceries 10 hours a day, the most mind-numbing job possible. And for some reason, this day, I was especially tired. I wanted to leave so badly. And for some reason, my high ass just thought, KFC's 11 secret herbs and spices. KFC's 11 secret herbs and spices. KFC's 11 secret herbs and spices. And I repeated that over and over in my head for 5 hours. And then after I finally got out, I walked past the KFC. I didn't pick shit up.
11 herbs and spices.
11 secret herbs and spices.
11 herbs and spices.
Now, you know what I like about a good piece of chicken is how tender it is with my 11 secret herbs and spices.
Now I like me some of them herbs and spices.
I do not eat KFC anymore.
I don't fucking eat KFC. I've never had KFC.
I don't
I've
recommend
had
it.
Popeyes though. Yeah. No, I've had a lot of people say they ever since they changed the fucking recipe from the original, it's just not the fucking same and it's not good.
I don't care about
like,
any of
okay.
that. I just care about where they're sourcing their animals, and it's being self-sourced from farms with little to no regulation and how bad these animals can be treated, and it's really bad because of that. Yeah. Like, while preparing the chicken there, it would not be unusual for us to find chicken breasts with broken ribs, to give you an idea. Yeah.
That's not fun. That is not fun. No. Yeah. No, I've never had KFC. I always had Popeyes, I guess. And or Chick-fil-A. But even then.
I have a better solution. Don't eat.
Exactly. He's got a point.
Just eat. Don't no.
Yes, actually, you're very correct, Ray. Everybody should eat. I just take a big gulp of air for dinner, Yep.
Dude,
Big goal.
I eat so much air. It's
All the
not
time.
funny.
Constantly.
Exactly. Dude, I can't wait to have a dinner full of air. So fun. So
Dinner
yummy.
full of air. So, Ray, in the future,
Hmm.
are there any future stream goals or just creative goals you have that you would like to get done?
Yeah, so I want to finish writing a novel that I started a very long time ago called The Soul Thief.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start a new novel. So I want to write and finish 2 novels and publish them. I want to be a self-published author.
Mm-hmm.
I want to paint more. I want to get to a point with my painting where I feel comfortable doing murals, because I want to do murals in my house.
Hmm.
Like my house needs more color, and that's like one of my creative goals is to put more color in my house, and I would like to be able to do that through my own talent. I feel like that would be really fun. I want to write a song.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I want to get back into more photography. I really enjoy taking pictures. I have an entire album on my Facebook dedicated to the old farm that we used to play on.
There you go.
I, as a person, as an individual, really just want to be known as a creative soul, as a person who went out and created a lot of things. So my goals are just to paint more. I would love to integrate these on stream. So I guess for like a stream goal, I would like to get more streaming equipment, maybe even a better computer since mine seems to be dying. And have like multiple cameras set up.
Yep.
And that way when I'm streaming doing art, there's like an angle that you can see what I'm actually painting, and then an angle where you can see me. And I'm gonna be doing the 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
I would eventually like to get partnered. I don't know that that's a goal I'm gonna be striving for as hard. That's not the right word. As passionately as I have been in the past.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting work. And that's definitely gonna cut into my streaming time. But it would be nice to have purple check mark by my name. That would be cool. I've been on here long enough.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. My goals are to create and be creative, to be helpful and healing and not harmful. And to be successful. I want to be successful. And my definition of success on Twitch is partly with a purple badge by the name. And I understand that does not actually equate to success, but that is my own personal definition of it. I need that badge, and I will have it one day.
There you go.
It might be a little bit in the future. Who knows?
No, I think you definitely got it. I think you're on the right pace here.
I gotta start doing more on stream other than talking.
Hmm.
What about you? What are some of your streaming goals?
Some of my streaming goals, I want to stream for a week straight. I think that would be really fun. And a lot of them are time based. I don't want to do a subathon per se, but I want it once I'm a bit more up there. I would really like to pull an experiment where I live completely off of Twitch. Like, say I wanted to get food for the day, I would need somebody from chat would pick where I'm like door dashing from, or if I needed, I would essentially empty out my room and say I wanted the chair. I would have chat pick out a chair for me, and then I would set the goal for that chair, and then it would pay for it. I would see how long I could live on Twitch. Just doing that, because I think it would be rather fun.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it would be fun.
Like literally turning my room into Twitch's virtual Sims, and I am the Sim.
Okay. So basically, kind of like that one game show, more like torture,
Yeah,
where that guy basically has to
he lived on
has to get
stream.
the fucking he basically has to put in a whole bunch of those like magazine or newspaper things to get free shit. But
Yeah.
instead of that, it's Twitch chat basically
The
getting the
guy,
goals. To get
yeah,
this
the
stuff.
guy who lived
Excuse
on.
me.
There was a guy in Japan, right? And he lived off of magazine giveaways for a year.
That's
All
crazy.
on stream, 24 hours live. And when he finally won after a year, they shipped him to Korea to live off of magazine giveaways for another year.
And then when he was actually done, he had like
Yeah, they stripped him naked, essentially. Like, they had fucking removed everything in his room. They had taken it out, and they revealed the room was in, like, a crowd of people, right?
yeah.
Yeah. No, it was fucked. They did him so dirty at the end, too, even after the 2 years of what must have been nothing but trauma and, like, isolation.
This poor
Either way, I
man.
think that would be a great stream idea.
Anyways, I think we're talking about how it was pure torture. Like, I think that would be a great stream idea.
We're gonna make you sit on stacks of phone books. Yeah. Phone books aren't that big anymore, though. They're all thin. Can't get a fat
Just
phone book
order
anymore.
a whole bunch of old ones off fucking eBay.
True. But yeah, I think that's definitely something I want to ensue. I would like to get 100 songs out there. Not like by the end of the year or anytime soon, but just like in general. By the time I'm out, I think I would like to get 100 songs out.
100 songs made. I
already have over 100 songs in lyrics, but it's actually making recording and like I'm not very instrumental.
No, that's the main issue of that.
And also, the more it's weird because like the easier audio engineering is for audio engineers, the higher the bar comes for newcomers who don't know shit. Like, we are so far past the days where you could just record yourself with a guitar and like your friend on piano with like a microphone in the center of it and just belt out something. Now you need layers, you need active filtering, even if it's not just on your voice.
I don't know how true that is. Because I see people on TikTok doing it, and they are killing it, man. And some of them just have like, I have this little mic that I got off the TikTok shop for like $5. And the audio quality on it is really good, and some of them are just using that. But they're like playing their instrument on stream and or not on stream, on camera, and then they're like vocalizing on camera as well. It's not, they don't really need studios, but I think if you're, I don't know if they had fan bases before that. That's where I'm like, where I struggle to say that I know that that's not true, and where I say like I don't know that that's true, because I don't know how many people they had following them before they started putting out music without studio equipment, you know? So they could have already had a fan base, and then that helped launch them, and then lots of other people watched them because of that.
Yeah. I also, on the similar vein of long streams and music, I do intend on combining them at one point and doing a 24-hour song live. I already actually have
eventually do.
I actually have that entire
live.
song written and completed. I made it with math, but it's the actual performing that's gonna be the actual pain in the ass. Especially because it's not all the same. Like I said, I made it with math, so there's like there's a lot of memorization, and essentially every 4 steps is a new layer of memorization, and I'm doing like 24 steps every minute, 60 minutes an hour, 24 hours. It's a lot to memorize.
My plan is to eventually get like a mixer set up and everything so I can actually stream DJing at some point.
Hmm.
And maybe do radio DJing on Twitch, like an actual just fake radio station where people can just tune in. I might actually see if I can get it because I know I could, if I set it up, I can actually have it hosted on like the online radio apps because it could be like a little station that you could actually put on your phone.
Yep.
I think it would be fun. Now I'd have to get like a whole bunch of shit, but I feel like it would be like an indie band thing. Or hell, I could do what that one person did and make a podcast where it's basically just a radio station. But it just hosts indie bands and shit.
Hmm.
I forgot who did that, but someone does that.
And
It's a thing.
finally,
Real.
when would you say your end goal is?
When?
No, not when, just what. What do you
My end goal with streaming?
with everything, with life? What is your end goal?
I'll have more than one. But I can boil them down to one if you would like.
Oh, go shoot them all out.
My end goal as a mother is to raise a human being who is fully functional and feels good about themselves when they walk in a day-to-day life. To be such a good mother to my son that he always knows that I am a safe space for him, and if he needs anything, he can come to me for that. My end goal as a person, individual of being a mother, is to inspire and encourage other people to love themselves and find happiness in whatever ways would fulfill them the most, you know, that doesn't cause harm to other people. Like, as a person, I want to minimize the amount of harm that I'm doing in the world. And I want to maximize the positive impact that I have. And then just like as a selfish person, individual of all of that, like my material goals, I want to be creative. I want to be known as the creative individual who will put out paintings or photographs or stories or songs or like even having creative makeup and dressing really neat. Like, I want my reputation as a human being to be big-hearted and creative. And I want to live life to the fullest. I want to learn as much as I can possibly learn within this lifetime and grow as big as I can grow in this lifetime. And I think that's going to be a never-ending journey, but I'm okay with that. Like, if I'm learning and growing down to my last breath, that's what I want. That's how I would love to go out that way. Yeah, those are the big ones.
I think those are all lovely goals. Those are all great. What about you, Coffee?
I don't think I've lived long enough to really have a goal. I'm also going through a really tough time in life right now. So I don't really like mentality wise, I don't really have a goal. I'm just trying to make it through this part of my life and like go on to the next thing, I guess. You know? I guess if I could come up with something that I want to like accomplish now and like later or whatever. I'm being a decent artist, whether it be music related, 3D animation, uh, digital art, just being someone who, even if it's a small community, that people enjoy what I create, you know?
Beautiful, beautiful. Y'all have beautiful, lovely goals here. And what was time? Okay, yeah, this lines up perfectly. I did a good job stalling there.
You gonna answer your own question now, or
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
Birds and nukes. That is my answer.
okay? That's valid.
And you should all be aware that this is completely true. No. My end goal. I don't know.
That's fair. You guys are also both a lot younger than me.
I think.
And
I'm
so
19 years old. He's older than me.
I think there's a big. I think there's a bit of a difference between me and Coffee, though, and the like. I think it's. For
I mean,
me,
obviously, you guys have lived two different lives.
For
There's
me,
gonna be
I
a big
had a
difference.
goal, but then I met the goal very early. And from that point, I realized that goals are kind of whack. Because once you meet them, you got to think of another one. And that's a lot of work. So I'm going to be me, unabashedly, as hard as I can fucking be, and do what I like in that current moment as much as I fucking can. And because I'm awesome and I trust myself to remain awesome, then whatever I do is going to lead to a place that I would have wanted to be if I had set a goal to begin with.
Nice. Very well said.
Yeah.
I gotta get going now. My stomach is starting to fucking destroy me.
Yeah, we're signing it off right now.
Yeah.
Ray, have you anything that you want to shout out?
I want to shout out Smokey for hosting this dope ass podcast.
Woo.
I really enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you. But do you have anything you actually want to shout?
I did want to shout that out. No, not really. I feel like I'm not going to be streaming as much going forward, so it doesn't really make sense. Oh, I mean, we're doing a 24-hour stream tomorrow, so slide through.
Yeah.
I have to wait till after I take my son to his doctor's appointment, so it'll start sometime around like 2 or 3. And then we'll go from there. I'm gonna have to make room to cuddle up to Bane.
Yeah.
So I can sleep in here at night. That's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Ray, for being a guest on this brilliant podcast. We love to have you here, and this has been an amazing conversation. It really has been. Thank you so much for our viewers watching live right now, or for our viewers watching via VODs, Twitch, or YouTube. Thank you all just so much. And without further ado, I think I would appreciate probably a nap. Just like I appreciate you all for watching. I thought I wouldn't sign it off. Fuck all y'all.